Hello, everyone. Welcome to Swindler's Den. We're back once again for another March Moot Mayhem on this fine Wednesday in March. And I'm joined by a few players. I'm going to actually introduce them this time instead of forgetting about it till a half. We'll start in alphabetical order like I put them on the screen. All right. No, is that alphabetical? No, it's numerical, I think is how I did it. Anyway, DrPhage.
I'm DrPhage. I'm playing the human monk Dyrem.
And next we have Bumblescum.
I'm Bumblescum. I'm playing the wonderful Ukra, and I'm trying to figure out how you have us numerical. Like what?
I'll answer that in a second.
Okay. Sorry, that just really threw me for a loop.
Right?
Grizlocke.
What?
That was it.
Grizlocke plays Igor, and last we have AbnormalChemist.
I played the lovely nature cleric Amelia, tiny little satyr.
and I mean numerically by I put you in order of when you DM me first. So DrPhage, then you, then Grizz, and then Cam just holds you all together because I only had 3 DMs at that time. And I'm glad we got Kevin here. So she's been keeping this show afloat. Let's be honest. But before the summary, Grizz has an announcement.
Oh yes, everyone. Besides the moment, we officially have launched a Patreon. We have 1 tier, and it just gives you access to all of our audio shows, audio versions of our shows. So go check it out. We have more tiers coming in the future. They're going to have lots of other cool stuff like battle maps and exclusive content. But for now, we have the simple kind of like tip tier that just gives you access to our audio library. So go ahead, check that out.
Yeah, lots of fun things going to be coming up over there.
Join us.
But yeah, before we get started, this is March Moot Mayhem. So, we do a thing here where, because there's gods that heavily are impacting this game and are part of this world, every 5 subs, we have been doing a major act of God, and every 500 bits, we've been doing a minor act. And during the month of March, we're doubling anything that you guys do. So if you sub, it counts as 2, and if you donate bits, they are doubled as well. So more acts to happen. Speaking of, Slime Basher hitting the tier 1 to add 2 more. So I'll write that down as we get into our summary. So last time on the Mythic Odysseys of Theros, our little group of weirdos here were getting ready to leave the frozen throne room of the Ice Queen to the far north of Theros after defeating her, and they quickly realized that without her presence, the ice within the area was starting to melt, which was causing the collapse of the ramp that they had avoided using to get down, but needed to use to get back up. So without any way to bring back the Ice Queen or fly out of there, they had to spend the night within the frozen chambers as they melted, and Dyrem decided to start looking through the Queen's hoard. He found quite a bit of gold and diamonds and jewelry, but also found a mysterious box that, once upon opening, unleashed 3 shadow figures that instantly got them into a fight. Once banishing those shadow creatures back into the box, he chucked it out into the melting chambers of the Queen, but during the night was called back to it to open it again. Once again, wait, was that
Other way around?
The maze was the first part. Sorry. So the first part, Igor and Amelia were trapped in a maze for. Well, Igor got out right away, but Amelia's trapped there for about 10 minutes or so. And then during the night, he reopened it, and the shadowy figures got out of the box. Later on, Amelia was able to revive the Ice Queen, resetting her resurrection cycle. So she once again became a larva, allowing the ice to start to freeze over. But during the night, Dyrem had also gotten a flying potion, correct? That was Dyrem that got that. So they were able to fly out of there as the Queen once again rejoined Theros. They flew out and away in a very safe manner with feather fall as well, and landed outside of the Queen's domain. They then made their way over to Akros, only being stopped during the night when Igor saw a Nyx-born lynx watching him from the darkness, thinking it was the gods trying to lure him somewhere to give him something useful once again. It was actually a trap that he was able to avoid his spear getting stolen, but was then attacked by two treants, which again alerted the sleeping party to wake up and get into another fight. They made it through that without too much issue, and then made their way to Akros, where Igor found a new friend, a new partner in following Heraclos, which he quickly became jealous of once he found out that Theodore, this new follower to Heraclos, had gotten his spear from the man himself, signed and everything, and it was even longer than Igor's. They then continued to make their way over to the forge, which they were sent to check out by Perforos, the god of the forge, and met his daughter Valathina, who was waiting for a payment from somebody for Melites, as well as a flail snail shell that she had sent him to get. So with that information, our party left. We did do a little bit of shopping in between. We want to kind of eliminate those scenes so we can get to the action as quick as possible. But so Dairim went and got some potions, as well as set his spear to the enchanter to get it enchanted. So that will take about 3 hours. So within that time, I believe Dairim owes Amelia some treats. If you guys want to go ahead and take care of that.
So as a clarification, Dairim uses a quarterstaff, not a spear.
Yes,
not everything's a spear in this game.
Everything in this show is a
I don't
spear.
know. It seems
Go.
I mean, I guess Amelia would know at least the marketplace her parents used to go to, so she could go that way for treats. That's what she would know.
Yeah, I think Dairim just drops off his staff and then looks to Amelia and says, "We have 3 hours to kill. I may as well make it good on my debt now."
Yay!
I don't know if we should kill him, but maybe.
Huh?
You said we have Theodore to kill.
Oh, 3 hours. 3 hours.
Who are you referring to? Who's Theodore?
Well, I do not know. It must have been a slip of tongue.
Do you know someone named Theodore that you just have on your mind, or does this place just remind you of a person named Theodore?
I don't
Are you jealous, Igor?
I would never be jealous. Not of puny man.
I mean, you shouldn't be.
I mean, yes, exactly. Why, he's clearly compensating for something. He has a very large spear that is way too big for size.
Not that again! Why are you boys so gross? And she walks away to find her treats.
Yeah, you have a pretty high perception, so I think you'll be able to smell where sweets are coming from, like baked goods and that kind of thing, and sugary things. There's a shop that's not too not a shop, but like a setup table thing, not too far from where you're at currently in the marketplace that sells them.
She'll just bounce right over and just start looking at all of them and being like, "Which one should I try? Can I try all of them?" Looks at Dairim.
I look at the price of them and I'm like, I think it's within our scope to get one of all of them.
Yay!
Yeah, you're looking at the prices and there's the most expensive things are cakes at 6 copper pieces. So
yeah,
I think you can get plenty.
I look at the shopkeeper. I'm like, can we just get a couple of all of them?
I mean, I don't have much here. It'll sell me out, but I mean that gives me the rest of the day off, I guess. Just start packing everything up. Yeah, you can completely buy her out for 30 silver piece at the most. So.
Yep. I give her 4 gold. I'm like, take the rest of the day off. You're Doing great.
Well, thank you. I guess we'll get ready for tomorrow, and we'll just leave the table completely empty. But while you are over there getting your sweets, one of the people that was working in the forge actually comes out. The one that you had talked to when you first walked in. Excuse me. The smith master forgot to give you something while you were in there. Forgot to mention that she will pay for the flail snail shell. If you guys are able to get that it intact, more preferably, they're worth more when they're in one piece. And to help you do that, she actually told me to give you this, and you'll take out like a folded up black silk cloth, and you'll hand it out to whoever wants to take it.
No, I'll take it. No, I'm just kidding.
Takes it. You just have to fold that out onto the ground, and it creates a magical enclosure area that you can put the entire shell into, and then fold it back up and bring it back.
Nifty.
And
So like wrapping it like a
stuff with treats.
Yeah.
So we're putting it in a sack, is what you're saying.
Essentially, it's like a magical hole portal. So you put it in there and then fold it back up, and then it's just a cloth again. And you can
So
bring
like, it's just some sort of portable hole.
kind of, yeah. That's exactly what it is, actually. It's a
Interesting.
portable
Say
hole.
we were to jump
Terrible
in.
name.
If we were to jump in, would we be able to come back here?
No, it doesn't teleport you anywhere. It's just like you're carrying around
It's a sack.
yeah, it's
Is
like
there-
a sack.
Is there air in there?
Yes, but I wouldn't stay in there if they folded it up. There's ways to get out, but I wouldn't try it.
Limited air, then.
Yes, limited air. Think of it as when you lay it out, it's just a hole in the ground. When you fold it back up, it's like somebody covered that hole up. Then you can keep that once you're done. It's just an easier way to bring that thing here because it's quite heavy and large. So.
Okay, well, if we end up doing so, we
Yes.
appreciate the gesture.
Yes,
Make it a little easier.
if you do bring it back in one piece, 5,000 gold. If
Ooh.
it's damaged, 2,000.
Deal.
How big?
It's about a little bit wider than, like, say this one, and it points to Igor, but about maybe a little bit taller. They're big.
That's a big mollusk.
Hence the portable hole. Not easy to carry.
Now, I have a question.
Yeah.
You're probably a little more familiar with Akros than I am. As much as I know these streets pretty well, there's just some things I don't know. Where can we find, you know what? I'll do that in Melodies. Never mind.
All right, well, thanks for asking me then, I guess. I've got to change the music for Akros. Yeah, and then you'll if there's no other questions, I guess I'll go back to this forge.
Thank you.
And you'll
Thank
turn
you.
around- Turn around and walk away. Amelia's got her bag full of treats, and you now have a portable hole. And it doesn't take too much longer that Dirham's staff would be finished. So
You
you know
know,
that?
if we were to be going on ship, maybe swimming to kill Kraken, perhaps we should buy different armor for Amelia and I.
Oh yeah, don't want to sink like a rock.
Oh, yes, of course. We already know you're not that hardy and strong, so there'd be no real way for you to swim through all that with heavy armor on. Well, that makes perfect sense. I think that's a great idea.
I am in no mood.
Let's
good-
go
the
get
big
you
question.
guys some new armor, then.
I will say we need to find, once we get back to Maltese, one thing that we'll need to pick up is, if we do go to find these flail snails. We need to find where we can find bulk salt. So I believe if we just fill the portable hole with salt, and then we just shake it out on top of the snail, it'll shrivel and die, keeping the shell intact.
I was under the impression they're a sea snail. Because they were out in the islands, weren't they?
I thought they were a giant land snail.
I'm pretty sure she called it a flail snail.
Wait, we are killing snail.
Yes.
Big snail.
Big snail. That can flail. And I'm sure salt will kill it.
I would like to
Feel
It's a fine delicacy. You just add a little salt to the mollusk, shrivels right up, and it's real good. But that's bigger.
like... Oh, no, I cannot say that because I was not there. I was going to say this feels like a mongoose situation, but Dyram wasn't around.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you agree! Someone understands the use of bringing mongoose in to fight snakes.
Mongeis.
Mongoose, mongopodes. I believe is the Greek way of saying it. All right, well. Yes, let us get you some more armor.
Well,
Go ahead, Amelia.
I was gonna say, do you want to do it here or in the next city so you don't have to carry around 2 sets of armor?
Yeah, I guess you're right. That is fine.
Not that it matters, but we do have a portable hole where we can just huck crap into it, and then it's a handkerchief.
True.
Yes, either way.
Okay.
Now, I have a question, Igor.
Go on.
If I can understand, this may not have been a consideration because you usually wear metal armors. What kind of lighter armor would you be getting?
I don't know. Studded leather, perhaps.
Leather. Okay, no, that's exactly the question I was wondering. Isn't that weird? Do you not feel uncomfortable wearing leather? Is that a taboo for your people, or
Not really. Our people they usually just wear head of other minotaur right on shoulder, like pole.
Okay, all right.
It's not uncommon.
I guess I know I would have never considered if someone offered me a pair of slippers made out of kittens. I probably would not have worn those.
Well, it's funny you say that. A friend of mine back home, he has a lion rug.
Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
Fascinating.
Is this Heraclos? Is this your friend
No.
that has a lion rug? Okay. Just asking. Just wondering.
It's the only friend he knows.
The only one we've heard about.
You guys are looking for armor. You were just in a place that was filled with armor and weapons. So.
Yeah.
Where on earth could we find well-made armor? I guess in Melodies.
I guess we go back to the fucking blacksmith. What is the best armor I can get that won't sink me? Because right now I only have.
It should be just medium armor, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's still checks, but it doesn't
Half-plate?
need to think you.
Like I have
Half plate is still
chainmail.
heavy, I believe.
No, plate's heavy.
Oh,
Half
plate
plate's
is medium.
medium.
If you want to get meta about it, I can pull up the drowning rules because there is checks you still have to make with
Yeah.
heavy and light, or medium and light armor. I didn't bookmark it because I'm a fool.
I kind of want to get slightly meta with it because I feel like I would know like
No,
my
that's fair.
movement and like how much
Yeah,
it
yeah,
weighed and shit, you know. But like I don't
Yeah.
know that as a person.
So with medium armor, you can still attempt to swim. You do have to make a DC 15 strength check each round. And that's to move towards the surface. And then light armor is only a DC 10 strength check. Athletics. They're both athletics. So.
I might as well just get light armor. What's studded leather? Is that light armor or is that medium?
Yes, studded leather is light armor.
I'd get some studded leather if I could.
Alright,
That
and,
way I don't
Billy,
have to. I will fucking butcher trolls in the ocean. You know I will.
Amelia, do you want to try and get armor too?
You said medium armor is a check.
Yeah, it's a DC 15 check.
Okay, because she is wearing medium armor. I forgot about that. But I'm still gonna get light armor because you never know. The checks could go badly.
Alright, so you guys walk back into the forge. Oh, you guys are back. Do I need to get the Smith Master again, or?
No, it will be fine. We just want to buy quick sets of armor.
Alright, what are you looking for?
We're looking for something light that we could possibly swim in if we had to. Probably studded leather.
Well, for the size of you folk, we don't outfit many Minotaur. We have some studded leather that's 45 gold pieces.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I just step up and start counting out money.
Do not worry. You can have part of my share
one amongst us.
You can have part of share when we come back
Fine.
with Snail.
You buy both of them then?
He kind of has to.
Because it'd be 90 for both.
I would definitely be buying Amelia's because I'm counting this as part of my treating of her. I still have 200 gold because I didn't burn all of it on extra shopping.
Okay.
Good thing I didn't.
So you bought both then, or just Amelia?
Yes.
Okay.
I got them both.
Yeah. So they hand you your armor. Igor is properly sized for you, as well as Amelia for you. It's properly sized. You guys have your studded leathers.
Thank you, Dairim. I will.
Thank you.
I will repay you and some.
This is why we take gold when we win a fight.
So, that is right. So I mentioned I grabbed a handful of water gold.
Yeah.
But we didn't really determine how much I got. So.
Roll a D100 for me. I'm feeling
because I know I normally don't buy things, but just in case, I want to know.
Dude, you have 47 gold.
47? Whoop. Whoop.
Big handful.
Big old handful.
Yeah. So you got your armor. Any other plans in Akros, or you want to boot, scoot, and boogie down to Melites?
I have been trying to get to Melites for
Since day one.
Upwards of 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah. It's weird when you fast travel because I just gotta throw days that you don't really keep track.
Yeah.
Or maybe I am. I don't know.
That's
I don't
the
think you
direction
are.
we sent Clarice, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Clarice got sent to Melites. That was like 5 days ago or something at this point. So.
Okay. Can Amelia
Oops.
message her with sending?
Sure. Yeah, you can.
Just- Hi, wondering where you were. Did you make Melites? We had quite the adventure with some elders and the mountains, and it just goes like that until the time runs out.
Yeah.
Until the
I was
25
like, I wasn't counting. She's going fast. Hello. Yes, I dropped him off at the address. Not the Polish for me though. Very stuffy. I've left by this point.
Oh, great. Clarice dropped off the eggs. Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh.
No reaction.
I thought you were still talking to Clarice. Okay.
No, I said your name, silly.
I didn't hear you say you. Oh, wonderful! Just as I expected it.
Sharp, I do have one last thing to do in the city. I just want to stop by where that statue is being petitioned for Heracles.
Okay. You go back there. Theodore isn't there anymore.
Perfect.
But there are like just the normal guards standing around. So just so you kind of know the layout, I don't think you need much of it. But there's the Coliseum that you guys fought in on one side. The other side has like an athletic field where they do your Olympic style events, and then in the middle of those is the temple to Iroas. It's up a long staircase, and essentially Theodore's at the bottom of those stairs trying to get this new temple made for Heracles.
So do I see the guy that he was talking to?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, sir. You back to threaten that young boy? He's not here.
No. He is. Do not worry about him. So, how much would it cost to get Heraclos statue and?
Oh
building?
boy, I suppose it depends on what you're getting it made out of.
I look around at the other statues. What are they made of? Marble or gold or
Marble,
what?
typically, yeah.
I'm thinking-
You know that the Colossus is made out of bronze and iron, but like the one in the Iros step would be marble.
I'm thinking marble with maybe gold wreath around head and, covering the important bits.
Well, I guess, like if you were, how much money do you have? How should I be balling you? I know the price of statues, let me tell you, but what should I be looking for with price range for you?
Well, I could put a down payment of 9 gold today, but when I get back, plenty more. One day there will be big Heraclos temple here.
Well, if you just want, like, just your run-of-the-mill garden statue, it's about 2,000 gold. If you're looking for a nice one, it'll run you about 5,000 on the low end of a nice one. I could take your down payment today if you'd like.
I will hold off on this. I just realized I put my 9k in the bank,
okay.
and I do not have it on me. So, I will come back at later date. But just keep in mind, keep a nice spot for it.
You'll look around at the already constructed architecture. Yeah, I got a great place for it. Don't you worry.
Perfect. Thank you.
So 5,000 gold for a okay set, or a pretty okay statue. Anything else for Akros, or are we gonna skedoodle? Because Ukrit will know that there is a caravan that runs back and forth between Akros and Amelites. There's about 2 that go out a day, and they take about a day to get there. So,
Yeah. Igor, are you ready? There's only 2 caravans per day, and I think we're about to miss the second one.
I am on my way.
yeah, you guys head over to the front gate once again, and are able to catch the caravan out of Akros down to Melites. Nothing too crazy happening on your way down there. You're going through the Laguna Centaurs area, so like once you're starting to get closer to Melites, a herd of centaur actually come up to the caravan and are trying to trade with people and sell things and trinkets to them, and that kind of stuff. These centaurs seem smaller than what Ukrit and Igor are used to. Well, Ukrit knows these centaurs because he's taken this caravan before, but they seem smaller than Mayapple was, and their coats aren't as patterned as hers was. They're very plain. Yeah, they just kind of sell things, and you guys keep making your way over to Melites. Unless you want to say something, Igor. I know you had your hand up with a spear in it, but...
Huh? Oh, no, I'm itching.
Oh, you had your hand like this. Like,
I'm itching my elbow using my desk.
Yeah, you guys start approaching. Another giant wall greets you, but this one seems to be more well-designed than the one that surrounds Akros. Akros is a very impressive wall, but it's more of a defensive thing, whereas this is just more of a, this is the limits to this main polis, and it's actually got a large open gate. They don't close the gates constantly. And above the gate, it says, in words that I've written down somewhere, damn it. Oh, it's over here. It says, all peaceful beings are welcome within these walls. And as you continue in, riding the caravan, and they drop you off within the front gate, you are once again in a marketplace. This is lined with, like, Akros is mostly humans. There's minotaurs, there's centaurs, there's satyrs, there's tritons, there's all different lineages here selling items within this marketplace.
Well, do you smell that? It's the smell of civility. And fresh sea water. For we are a port city. Why, that's why they say the world is your oyster.
All I can smell is caravan. We're all sitting too close to each other.
Ah, yes, the smell of unity.
Remind me of old friend.
Which one? The one with the lion rug or hair clothes?
Me.
Oh, the centaurs. Okay. I was like, how many friends you got?
You were all there for that. My three friends, Heraclos, this unnamed guy, and Mayapple.
Yeah, where do you guys want to go?
Well, you, Ukrit, need to go collect a bet and check on your
I have, and he like pulls out like a pad of paper, and he's got like lines and lines of things to do. Well, let's see. I need to go back and check up on the university. I need to see how certain experiments are going. I've got my bets that I need to go collect on. I believe that Chiron will be probably at his home. What else would he have to live for if not debating something with Ukrit? Let's see. I need to get back to my place. I need to check up on my fish. Let's see. I've got my daughters who've got to see how they are doing. Pick them up from old Pops. Check out how Pops is doing. And yeah, he just goes on and on, like, lists, and he's flipping papers of, like, things he needs to do that he's been, like, writing down since this adventure started.
And Ukrit has brought up the Sphinx this year, so
Yeah.
I don't know if you mentioned that in that list, but...
Oh, we need to check out the Sphinx, things like that, yeah.
Sphinx, yes.
Alright!
What's your dad like?
Oh, my dad?
Yeah.
Very kind man. Very understanding of the world. Travels very far, very wide. Understands that this is a place where all things can come back to.
Sounds nice.
Well,
To Chiron!
Back here.
Do you know where to find Chiron?
Like I said, he'd probably either spend his time at the university or at his house, I assume.
Yeah, that would be safe assumptions. And you know this town. There's not too many things you have to make checks on, outside of like more obscure things and other things like that. But yeah, you can head to what's the name of it? I have it here.
Chiron?
Chiron, but the exact name of the that's not that. The Decatia is where it would be.
Yeah.
The centers of learning. So you head there, and it doesn't take you like you head up this long staircase. A lot of long staircases here in Melody. So I'm going to say the architecture here is just gorgeous. Like Akros again, very utilitarian. It's there to serve a purpose. Whereas Melodies is these enormous buildings and just streets lined with different buildings and different architectures and statues and all of these things. But you make it up this long staircase, the stereotypical pillars, marble pillars that lead into this building, and you enter this large lobby area, very spacious with a hanging I'm making stuff up so I should say things. So like I don't know where I'm going with this, but like a hanging globe from the top, and a large desk and two staircases that wrap around behind it. And actually, right as you walk in, you see over in the corner a man wearing purple robes with gold trimmings is entertaining a crowd of people, and he's got long, thick, flowing hair, brunette hair, and you know this is Dyram Ugrit. He has his back to you currently.
As who?
Kyra.
Yeah.
Surprise!
The tale of two Dyrams. What?
EIRON.
Yep. What is he talking to these people about?
So you can see that a lot of them are laughing, and then they'll stop as he continues. As you get closer, you can hear, "So wrecked him! The damn near killed him!" And they all start laughing at that. He's just telling stories, it seems.
Okay, I wanted to jump in with like a specific thing to like undercut him, but honestly, dang near wrecked him, you say?
No, I said damn near, and he turns around. You're alive?
I'm sorry if you were trying to make me the butt of your joke, but yes, as I provided earlier, weeks ago, that I would be alive.
He is clearly startled and does not have a comeback for you. He's like stammering to try and come up with one.
And I start walking around him, and the crowd's there, so I'm just kind of being a little bit more performative. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed, I'm sure you've heard, or maybe even witnessed, the tale of Ukrit, the Unchallenged, as he fought his way through this Colosseum. A laugh, I'm sure, for many who know me, to think, oh, why would Ukrit be in a fighting ring? He's a learned man, very smart and very understanding of the world. Why would he engage in such brutish activity? Well, of course, it's because my friend here, and I put my hand on Kyron's shoulder, and I go, said to me, Ukrit, I know you couldn't possibly think about going into an arena where you would die. And I said, Kyron, I know that if I went into the arena, I couldn't die, for I'm the only thing you have in your life, and I'm the only thing that brings you meaning. And frankly, even now, 3 weeks later, I'm all you can talk about. Oh, and also, you bet me money. And I like clench my hand on his shoulder as I say that.
If you want to do an intimidation with that.
Well, let's see if I can.
He's a predator stalking prey.
Instead of intimidation, can I use my verbose oratory skills as my my daunting roar ability?
Sure.
So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw. 8 plus 9 plus con. So that'd be 11. What's my proficiency? It's a DC 14 wisdom.
DC 14 wisdom, they say. He got an 11.
So he is frightened right now.
Yeah. Like he's starting to cower. He's like, this isn't you've got to be returned. This isn't possible.
Returned? Do the returned speak as much as I do? And I gesture to the audience, who all know I talk a lot.
Yeah, they all shake their heads. Nobody talks as what Ukrit does.
Right, no dead man could possibly have as much to say as I do, and I pat him on the shoulder, letting go of my grip. I believe the wager was, we bet money on if I would survive or not. Now I will say I may have been swallowed by the Hydra, but it did not kill me, for I will live forever. I stare at directly into his eyes as I say that.
Even if somehow you survive that, and you're not, this isn't some magic. I paid the winnings to everybody already. I don't have what you're.
Oh, you owe me money, and you don't have the money. Well, let's see. What about your bank account? What do you have there? How's your house doing? I'm starting a family soon, and I could use more space.
It's fine. I can get you the money. I'll just meet me at the thing that I definitely know the name of because I live here. The Pygranus. Pyrgnos. The Pygranus. And I'll have it for you there. I'll have all 1,000 gold for you. It'll be fine.
Oh, I know you will. For if you wouldn't, I would not have won this. Would I have? Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we can see, we've already learned that it seems the Niclean way of learning has always been the best. For if it hasn't been, then why would I have followed it? And I pat him on the back, and I turn back to my compatriots. Well, we have an extra stop later.
Yeah, and the Pyranus is down by like the harbor. It's
like where the Kraken partially destroyed it.
Yeah, the Kraken partially destroyed in the past, but it's a giant tower of like all the text within Meletis, and it swirls with like magic that adds all the text as it comes in. Yeah. So he will get you his money.
We're going to be going to the Pyranos, which is the epicenter of all knowledge as it comes forward, including the knowledge of finding out whether or not Chiron will be severely disabled after today.
Fair.
I don't know.
Kind of whimpering at this.
You know, Ulgrit, for someone who calls himself unsavage, that was savage. And that was hilarious. And she just starts giggling.
I don't understand. I was using my words and my wit to take him down on an intellectual level. There's no savagery there.
See, you're one of those thinking people. It's okay. It's really okay.
Well, okay. It's very unusual, but all right.
I would, and not that I would force anyone else to come with me, but I would want to stop by the Temple of Farita while I am here. If that happens while they're going and doing other things, that's fine. But I would, at some point, before it gets late in the day, I would make a pit stop there.
Yep. Yeah. What is everybody else's plans? If we want to split these things up, we can.
Yeah.
There is a temple to every god within this polis, and they all kind of celebrate them in their own ways on different days. But what about Heracles?
Ooh, Amelia would love
Yeah,
to go
Heracles
see
has a
that.
small temple in the back. What does that mean?
I said Amelia would love to go find Karametras.
Yeah, if you guys all want to do your own god things while Ukra goes to your dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say the three things I have before we go to the to go to find Eduardo is I want to check up on my family. I want to B, I need to go to the Pyrenees at some point, and C, I need to see if we can find a ton of salt.
All right,
those are my.
You know what? Roll initiative. Let's see who goes first.
Ooh.
If you want, they can go first. I just had my.
Yeah.
I will say as we're walking away back down the stairs, say Amelia, do you know why we have such a long winding stairs everywhere we go?
Because all you smart people wouldn't get any exercise otherwise?
No, it's precisely because we're smart and we know we need exercise. For exercise is part of the body. And what is the body if not the vessel of the mind? For exercise is perfect.
That's
for the
what
brain.
you just said.
Okay.
They got tired of walking in circles, so they made big staircases.
It allows us the room to exercise as we go from place to place. No, you're precisely correct. And it gives us also, besides that, it gives us time to have a break. For a break is just as healthy for the brain. It allows you to think in new perspectives as you ascend to knowledge. And I split ways.
It's like Ukra goes off, and everybody is splitting up to do their things with their gads or other errands they have. Igor, you'll go first. So you're headed to the Temple of Heracles.
No.
No.
I was just wondering if there was one. I'm heading to the river just on the outskirts of Meletis.
He's got his own form of praying to do.
Yeah, there's like a river that offshoots from. So there's a channel that Meletis has created that crosses the whole peninsula. It goes from the harbor that's actually connected to Meletis, which is obviously not the harbor of Meletis. It actually has a different name. So it is just Meletis, I guess. The Meletis Bay is what's Meletis is connected to. Then they've actually created a channel that runs all the way to the opposite side of the peninsula where the Meletis harbor is, so they can go either way depending on where they want to sail. But off of that channel, there's actually a river that kind of flows around the outskirts of the polis, and that's where you remember your days of bathing with your friend, now God.
Yeah. So I start with doing some squats, with whatever I can. I guess I probably just have like my backpack on with all my gear, and I'm just doing squats. And then I put my hooves and legs over like a branch, and I start doing, some some upside down sit-ups, whatever the fuck they're called. I can't think of the word right now. That kind of stuff. I get a nice basic sweat going.
You know what? I'm gonna actually implement something into this. Can you give me 2 athletics checks?
Okay.
One for when you were lifting Dyram and Amelia before.
Okay. 15.
One more.
16? 16.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So you're getting a good workout on. Is there anything else you want to do while he's here?
Yeah. Once I work up that sweat, I'm gonna take off my armor and clothes. And real quick, is there I just want to look around and make sure to see if there's any women in the area.
Do a perception check for me, please.
Okay. 13.
13. Yeah, there's like a group of 3 women that are kind of off reading under a tree, and every once in a while they'll look up and giggle.
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I just pull out some soaps or whatever the hell I have. I don't know. It's probably just grease. I don't fucking know. And I'm in the river, and I just start, rubbing it all over my muscles, and I kind of coat myself in the soap. I give myself a nice thick lather. You really got to get under the mats and whatnot. And I kind of dive under. I come up, and I just my hair, all splashes and comes out, and I look.
Do a flat charisma check for me, please.
Okay.
As you are bathed for the first time in weeks. 14. Yeah, they are starting to blush and giggle even more. Like they're holding the book up to their face to block you from seeing them.
You still got it. You've still got it. And then I'm just gonna kind of float on my back and just think about the good old days when it was just me and Heracles and nobody else was worshiping him. Just me and him, 2 dudes taking a bath.
And religious check.
Yeah, you are spends his day relaxing, thinking about Heracles, his best friend and God, and the good times they used to have bathing together. Anything else for Heracles or Igor? Or you just having a good time? Yeah,
I'm just laying there contemplating, like, why Theodore? That's pretty much it.
Why Theodore? All right. Next, we have Dyram going to the Temple of Pharika. This temple is kind of you live here too. You know where it is, and you worship this god.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of in the seedier part of town. It's a little tucked away, but it is still this huge, magnificent building. It's not marble, it's like limestone, and the limestone's starting to color, and there's mosses growing on it. And it's not that it's not well kept, it's just this is what what you would want this place to look like. And you walk inside, and the whole room is just filled with the smoke of incense and things burning and different chemical smells, as well as there are snakes everywhere in this temple. They're just let to run loose in here, so there's kind of draped over things and sitting on rocks, and will like recoil as people walk past. But yeah, there's the large visage of her in the main area as well. This large serpentine lady with her giant headdress with the jade pieces hanging down, and like in the statue too, it's the actual jade pieces that will swing if there's a wind that comes through. And she's holding her mortar and pestle in her hand as well.
I think just because this is my home temple, I'd probably spend a little bit of time, like, if any of the priests that I know are on duty, like, making the rounds, saying hello to people, and then settle down into there's private, like, meditation praying chambers, or, like, areas.
Yeah, they like, kind of double as experiment rooms as well. So there's beakers and alchemical equipment in each of these worshipping areas as well.
Ooh. Oh no, I had a bad thought. Oh, do I want to take the mystery potion while I'm in her temple? Ooh.
I don't know, do you?
I think I start, before I do any of that, I just settle down into a meditative position and not necessarily looking for direct contact, but just giving her an update like, hey, glad you got the phoenix feather. We are going into the Dakra Isles. If there's anything I should keep an eye out for. We're hunting a flail snail. Can't give you the shell, but if any other bits are interesting to you.
Do a religion.
Nope.
Nope, you don't hear anything. Yeah, the incense and things are calming, but you don't seem to be able to connect with her.
I'm gonna do just a straight intelligence roll, and if I get above a 10, I'm gonna drink the potion. Okay. So I think I probably one of like the priests, get him as like an attendant, essentially, like, hey, I got a thing I'm gonna try out. I don't know how it's gonna go. This is probably normal for the temple. Just like be ready for whatever's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, let's bring you to the experiment room, shall we? Don't want to ruin these areas as much. So he'll bring you to a room in the back of the temple behind the statue, and you can see there's like burn marks and broken walls and all these different things in there as.
Yeah, so I take out the vial that I think had like slightly chunky green liquid in it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like curdled milk in there, but it's green and like there's like black residue on the vial as well.
And I just kind of like cheers to the attendant, who I assume is all the way on the other side of the room, if not like looking through observation
Did you make
screen.
this yourself, or what's going on here?
If you'd believe me, the goddess herself gave it to me.
Do a persuasion. But yeah, he's like behind like the very fine metal mesh window that won't let a lot of things through. A 9? If you say so, but you might have been smelling the incense. But...
Certainly possible. Bottoms up.
Yeah, it takes a second for it to kind of fall out of the vial. It like crawls its way down and slides down your throat, and nothing happens at first, but then you start to feel as your bones begin to stretch and the joints are grinding against each other, and you can feel the muscle like ripping off your bone and then reforming, then ripping and reforming again, and the floor begins to shoot away from you, and you begin to grow enormous. And as you continue to grow, you hit the ceiling, and you keep pushing against it until the ceiling shatters, and you are now 4 times your height. You are, what is it? you are 16 times your weight, and your strength is now at a 25.
Okay.
So anybody walking past this would just see Dyram standing up. You can see him over the top of the roof of this temple, and oh my goddess, what is going on? And you're just like through the roof of this thing.
I think it worked.
So you're like this for 10 minutes now.
Oh man.
I just like very carefully like step. No, I think I just taking a look around, seeing what I can see from
It's
20 some feet up in the air.
It's a beautiful view. You can see the harbor from here. Seagulls are flying over it, and boats are coming in and out, and people on the street are screaming and running at this point.
Hello.
going to get the guards. I'll stop the guards. It will be fine. Don't move. You'll break more of the ceiling, and you'll run out into the street and get more of the priests with him.
Just start like carefully picking up the little piles of rubble to like make stacks of it.
But yeah, we will leave Dyram stuck in the ceiling for right now.
Big waste of a big resource.
No. So I was thinking the same thing. So as he went to experiment, I'm like, I bet it would have been so much better if we had this against the Kraken. But now seeing what it is, I'm glad that he didn't like capsize our book.
Yeah.
Or our boat. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been so much worse. You were actually like it. You told priests what were going on, so they didn't. So you weren't having the guards actually come and kill you and stuff. So that was good. Look, I thought you were gonna do an acros. I'm like, oh god. Amelia,
Just after the giant attack.
Right. Amelia has no idea where she's going, so...
Yeah. You just gotta skip through the town. Give me a pure luck check, Amelia. See if you can find... Unless you're gonna ask somebody. You can ask people, too. Where Karametra's temple will be, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, she would. She's not shy.
Yeah,
Just bounce over to people.
Yeah, they'll point it out to you. Well, you can't miss it. There's foliage all over it. It's right down that way. Yeah, not too far away. Yeah, not too far away is Karametra's temple. There's vines that reach over the front. Like there's these huge pots out front, stone pots that have plants growing out of them and trees, and they're like almost creeping into the streets, breaking through rock and marble. And then there's little birds flitting around and squirrels running around as well. So oasis within the city.
Cool. Amelia will just wander around, probably cast, ritually speak with animals, ask them how their life is there, talk to like anyone who's around, find a place to sit down and pray quietly, and yeah, that's pretty much what she does. Just makes friends with everyone and everything.
And you all the, like by the end of it, all of the little squirrels and birds that are there are like sitting around you as you're going to pray to Karametra. They have a good life here because it's like a little forest within the middle of this very. It's very much a city. Like everything outside of this area is like the plants are very controlled and it's very nice architecture. But this has just been like let it grow kind of things. And like in the middle of the temple is just a tree growing through the roof. And if I don't know if you're trying to get anything specific from Karametra as you pray, but you can do a religion check, and you can just kind of say what you're looking for, and I can go from there with that.
No, doesn't matter.
Yeah, like you aren't able to directly connect with her, but you do feel her presence there, and it's that warm, like security presence that you had throughout your life, knowing that she is there watching, and she's happy with what you're doing.
Perfect.
All right. Before we get to Dyram shrinking, I like Dyram. You're not gonna have much else. Yes, the clothes grew with him. They would stretch and then they like repair and stretch and repair. But as like you could feel the potion like coming through your pores as you were growing. and that's how that works. Ukrit, you have quite a few things to do. Let's get to you.
So many things to do. Obviously, first things first. Visit the family.
Yes. So
I've already squared away that I will be getting my money. So I just gotta.
So what does Ukrit's house look like? Like, where is it located, and what's the inside of it?
I think it's like in a nice, humble part of the town. It's like obviously my father's not like rich or anything like that, so he's got a nice. I mean, most places here are nice, but it's more humble, like abode, probably like in a nice residential area. Probably has like nice drapings of Heliod on it. Probably like a nice, like maybe like some 2 like gardens out front of there, like very well kept, like sunflowers and stuff like that. And then I can approach that, walk up to it. The door, usually there's no real reason to lock your doors in Melitese, so I just I like open and wide up. You got the sun coming in from all sides to make it very illuminated, and there's probably like a sunroof on top that kind of does all that. See, it's pretty nicely well taken care of. Hello.
And what's your father's name?
My father's name is going to be because I told you to make it.
Well, if I make it, I have a name if you want.
Oh, if you have a name, yeah, go for it. Because we talked about it.
His name's Reginald, because I think that's what Grizz said last session, so that's what I took.
Okay.
And yeah, usually that's what this house looks like.
Yeah.
But as you open the door, you can see that all of these open windows have been like covered up with whatever tapestries you could find, like rugs and sheets and those kind of things. And like he can't really get to the ceiling to cover that up, so the sun is still shining through there. And you can see like furniture is turned over, and like the house is a strew, and you can see in the corner a man hunched over, kind of laughing to himself. And as you open the door and say hello, father, he turns around. Ukrit, you're finally home.
Yes. What? Strange. You seem to have done a little redecorating.
Yes,
it's a bit dark in here.
I had to get it ready for the children. As he turns around, he sees holding both of your eggs.
Oh, I suppose you don't want them to fly off.
But yeah, Ukrit, have you not been feeding them? They're so hungry.
Well, they're just eggs, Father. As you can see, you're holding them.
I mean, there's so much more. Don't you hear them?
Well, I mean, I talked to them, but I haven't really taught them any speaking yet.
Oh, they've been waiting for you to come back and feed them. They've been asking for you.
Oh, well, that makes sense. It's been a bit. Sorry, children. I'll like approach him to take the eggs.
Yeah, like he's trying to clutch on to them as much as he can. So you will have to try and take them away from him if you would like to take them.
Okay, yeah. So what? I just try to
do an opposed athletics.
Opposed athletics. Not my strong suit, but 19. Today it is.
Just beat him. Really good.
Come on. I know you like your grandchildren. You didn't probably think you'd get any, but
Yeah, let's go. And then I need you to do a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Okay. Let's see what's that. I got a +5 to it. I have a +5 to it, so I'm just gonna use my 14 for a 19.
Okay, yeah. Like as you grab him, you do hear a very slight "Father," but that's all you hear as they are taken from him, and you can see he's like shake. He's like, can't you hear them?
I like listen in a little bit more, like because I like thought I heard something like that, like
yeah, it was very faint. So yeah, it's easy
Reese
to.
Been teaching them how to speak. And I listen like, hello. Heather, Janie.
You've got We gotta feed them. They're so hungry.
Well, I mean, once again, they're eggs. That's not how it works.
Oh,
Father, are you doing all right?
I'm perfectly fine. Why do you ask?
I like, as I've got them both in like one arm, I'm just gonna go start taking down tapestries from the
And
windows.
he's like covering his eyes from the light, but I will do a roll for it. It does he does seem to not be as hunched over anymore as you do this. Like the light is starting to
See, you just need some good sunshine. Get some vitamin D in your life. You can't be a good worshipper of Heliod and not have some nice sunlight. And I'm just like putting this stuff down and like wrapping them around, pulling them up as I go.
I don't know. It came over me. Ukrit. I mean, it's good to see you, son. You're home.
Yes, I am. It's been a bit of a time, and I see you've enjoyed time with the granddaughters. But
how would you
into my table?
How would you come across these eggs?
Well, they were abandoned. And he kind of just stares down at him for a bit, solemnly. Well, I'm sure you understand how it goes.
Yes. Much like their father, I guess.
I start folding stuff up, and I like make a little nest out of the like tapestries and stuff that I've taken down for the eggs to put them in. Yeah. So this one here is Heather, and this one is Janie.
Oh.
They had two sisters, but unfortunate things have happened. But as you know, things happen that will happen as they are to happen, for that is all part of a father's plan.
Yes, that's what you've been telling me for all these years. Well, you're home now. I mean, last I heard, you were dead.
Yes, there are many rumors that like to spread around, but you don't know if I were to die. Well, if I were to die, well, I just can't see that happening.
Well, it happens to all of us, Ukrit. It happens one day, but yeah, that satyr came and she told me you were still alive and you had these eggs, and I was distraught for days after hearing you were dead, but it seems the sun god answered my prayers and brought you home safe.
Yes. Indeed it did. Well, and I patted him. Well, the thing is, I'm probably going to have to leave again.
Oh, so soon.
Yes. Well, I'm going to be making some arrangements. So as part of the, you know how Chiron is, he likes to make bold wagers with his money. But I should be getting some money from him from our wages. And I'll make sure it gets sent back here. And you want these to have nice amounts of heat and air. Like, birds generally prefer the warmth of the sun.
Yes.
To not. I know you're worried about them flying right away, but can I make it like an Arcana check to see if harpies know how to fly right out of the egg?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Because I assume they don't, but I don't know, man. 8. That's...
It takes them a little bit, but most, because they're so large and they aren't purely flying, eventually, it takes within a day they're able to fly. Yeah.
Okay. Also, did I read up on what they eat while we were at the volcano?
I can say you did. Actually, give me another Arcana.
Okay. No, let's go. All right. 18. This one I do know.
So you do remember reading about there are different variations to harpies, and within the texts and the diagrams, you're able to find harpies that resemble the ones that you fought. They had these dark face markings, like black lines on their face. Those were blood toll harpies. So they do normally feed on just animals and humanoids and things like that. But they also require a lot of blood.
Right.
So.
All right. Yeah. Well, we're next to the market, and it's pretty easy to find, and we're next to the docks, so there'll be plenty of fish with plenty of fish blood. that you can give them. They'll be quite thirsty when they hatch, I'm sure. But again, I'm arranging some money to come back home, so I believe you'll be able to make sure that there are plenty of to eat and to go around. I'm sure if there's anyone who can raise them proper, well, they live in this household. I will say, there is a chance that I'm not coming home.
What, you just said you were going to live forever? What's the change of heart all of a sudden here?
Well, you know, the things happen to make things happen. And, well, sometimes you're in certain situations, specifically to make sure, well, you know, life isn't about yourself. It's about what you can do to make life better for everyone else as you go on. No, I've had, obviously, some close calls in the last month. And, well, we're only partway there. And I'm not too sure that it's going to always be that way. So, and then I'm gonna hand him my soul coin. Like I said, if anyone knows how to better raise them in this household, well, it'd be you. You'll know when to use this.
He'll look at it very confused, like turn over his hands. Well, it seems that I've raised a very good person already, so I'm proud of you, Grit. You have to tell me all about your stories when you come back, and your daughters will be here waiting.
Yes. Well, I have some companions who I've been traveling with. I don't think most of them know much around the town, and they're probably lost in who knows what kind of trouble. It's the kind of people they are. So I believe I should be getting off, and it was really good to see you again.
It's good to see you. It's good to know you're alive.
Yep. And remember, sunlight for the eggs.
Yes.
You don't have to worry. If they were meant to fly out, they were meant to fly out. Yeah, and then I'll switch out some clothing, take a shower or a bath or something like that. And then I'll get ready and I'll start heading back out to find the rest.
All right. Yeah. You are able to do that. How are you guys meeting up?
I know that they were going to the gods' temples. That's kind of where my goal is.
Yeah. That makes sense, because after my bath, I would have headed up to Heraclos's temple.
Yeah. Did you want to try and talk to him at all, or just pray to him and let him know you're there? Or...
Yeah, you know what? Sure. I go into the temple. Is there like an offering bin?
Yeah, like the temple's still kind of under construction. Like, it's very well made, but it's still being finished. There's like statues of Heracles catching a lion by the throat out front, and another one of him cutting the head off a beast. And yeah, there's it's just like a urn in the front, or not an urn, a vase, large clay vase, just in the front. That's in common Therosian is written donation bin.
Can I look in it and see, like, you know, how full or not full it is?
Yeah, there's a couple of silver and copper in there. Like, it you can't really count because there is like a layer, but it's not like,
it's not empty.
Yeah,
but that it gives Igor a little smile. He puts in his only 9 gold. And he just bows his head. He's like, Heracles made it back to Melodies, as we said we would someday. And it was not the same without you. And who is this Theodore? What the fuck is that about?
You want to do a religion?
Sure. 19.
Ooh.
You feel like a reassuring hand on your shoulder, but when you look, there's nobody there. But you do feel that he's there, and knows the donation you gave and the the bath you just took.
Dude, I thought I felt someone scratching back in there. It's hard to reach.
Yeah, you guys can all meet up. Diarrhea, you do shrink after 10 minutes. It's another painful process as you hear your bones crunching as they're going back down. Like if you think of the enlarged reduced spell, it's very painless. This is not. This is like growing pain times 10. It's awful. But it works.
It's like that scene from Teen Wolf where he's like physically transforming, or like I think it's American Wolf.
Like if you watch the Animorphs series, it's that noise where it's all the organs crushing down too and stuff. Perfect. And the way down. But yeah, you're able to reduce your normal size. The priests are able to tell the guards everything's okay. You're not there to harm anybody. And if there's anything else you want to do before you leave, otherwise everybody can meet up pretty easily.
I think just because I didn't. Also, probably just to take a rest after the excruciating experience. Just like settle down and talk with the priests and see if they know anything that I could collect in the Dakra Isles. Like, you don't have to come up with it right now either, but just chit-chat with them about other interesting things that either the temple may need or other fun reagents.
Yeah, that's it. Well, there's lots of mythical beasts that live on the Dakra Isles that have seen nowhere else in Theros, so I mean, just collect what you can. Different plants. Yeah, whatever looks.
All the monster bits.
Yes. Yeah, perfect. You guys can meet up. And unless, I don't know if you planned on going to get your money before that crit, but unless you have something planned for him, he would just give it to you and like run away. So I don't know if you have anything planned over there.
No, I was just... Well, I am going to... Well, first I want to say... I've been hearing rumors that there's just been a screaming giant coming from the temples. Just an agonizing wail from a giant. I see a lot of rubble. What happened here?
I just
who are you saying this to?
To you all of you as we meet up. As far as I know, you all went to the temple, so that's why I was like...
So about that, I was the agonized giant.
Oh!
Farika gave me a fun potion. Felt like the right time to take it. I grew to like 20-some feet tall. I don't know, real big. Hurt a lot. Was there for like 10 minutes and shrunk back down. Hurt even more, I would say. Growing is one thing, but shrinking and like losing the mass, terrible. Absolutely terrible.
You know, that could have been good in fight against Kraken. You could have grabbed on while we all attacked.
You could have got it in a chokehold from the back.
But
and I would have blasted
known
it.
For experiments, that just sounds like a stupid idea to do in battle.
But that's an experiment, isn't it not?
Yeah,
well,
but
I did a controlled experiment.
Yes. Survive.
And I lean over. I lean over to Igor. All right, it seems he didn't turn into a pus monster, so I'm not sure what Heracles was warning us about now.
Perhaps. I may know.
Okay.
It is worry for another time.
Yeah, okay. When I meet up with Chiron, I'm just gonna have him deliver the money back to my father.
Okay.
For them to use.
You run off to do that. And...
I will take 200 of it with me.
Okay.
Just in case.
Otherwise, what are your plans from here, kids?
Well, I believe the most important thing on our mission is to find salt.
Isn't there a Sphinx we need to talk to here?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I suppose.
One of your things.
That is right. The only two who are supposed to fucking know.
I suppose. The markets are gonna close. The markets are gonna close at some point, and I just don't know when we're gonna find time to get more salt. What if they run out?
Without Amelia. He always knows.
Can you run out of salt in an ocean city? Can't you just, like, dry out more seawater then?
Perhaps.
I think you stumped the thinking mind, Hiram.
Just like,
my Ukrit's brain works in like give and take in like society, so it doesn't like he's not a like why would I home make salt if that's a thing someone else makes and sells. All right, well, whatever. Hopefully they'll be restocked tomorrow. We can go and deal with the Sphinx. Where do we find the Sphinx?
And with
You
that,
two are
we'll
the
go to our break.
oldest in the group with this task. Shouldn't you know?
So, thank you guys for joining us thus far. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Be sure to do your things you need to do, stretch your legs, all that fun stuff. Be sure to go follow these kids on their various social platforms. They're great kids.
Howdy.
See you in a couple minutes. Bought some things. They talked to their dad. And got some money. So now they are looking for a Sphinx, but the person who knew about the Sphinx and kind of how to find it is dead. So what are you guys gonna do?
well, since I've lived in Melotis and Dyram hasn't made a roll for it, can I do a history check of some sort for that?
Yes. Do a history check of some sort.
Nope, nothing.
No, you like again. You lived in like the seedier parts of town, so you don't know the goings-ons of.
So,
of the
my suggestion, and we can make this kind of flow into each other. It's a little flowage. While I'm talking to Chiron, we're meeting at the Pyrgnos.
Yes.
Which is the epicenter of all knowledge. So
it is.
We could probably figure out something there if we hit the books.
Yeah. So if after getting this money, you guys have come to, it's a giant pillar of like stone, and you can see magic swirling around it. Like you can see text swirling around it and going into the stone and embedding itself as new knowledge is formed. And it's this giant glowing spire of all of the knowledge of Theros. It's a Sphinx.
Found it.
What gift did he give you?
Gift of grumpy face.
Alright, well, how are we gonna give that to Aphros? Okay. Do we just read it? Do we just
We have to read
read the wall?
So let me try to find a good check for you guys to do.
So I'm sure I've come here plenty of times.
Straight intelligence, kids.
Straight any. The inty.
Oh, jeez, dirty 20.
Ooh!
Look at us!
So, there's just so much knowledge here that you just get swept into it, reading different things, and you kind of forget what the purpose of actually coming here was.
I've constantly been like, oh, right, we have a Sphinx to get here.
Igor's trying to read over it too, but he kind of gets sidetracked looking for Heraclos stuff because he wants to make sure his gods is getting make sure his god's getting around.
I definitely come across like a catalog of spears as well.
Yeah, that too. Different kinds of spears, how to use them. But Dyram and Amelia, it's tucked away. It's not like very pronounced, but you are able to find readings on the Sphinx. There's a lot of those tonight for the counters. there is a sphinx called Metamai that comes to Melites to speak with the Council of the 12, who are like the higher ups within Melites. They're like a council of philosophers, and they're like the ruling body of Melites. So there's a large temple where they all gather, and within this temple there is a chamber that leads to a large balcony where Metamai can come in and out, because he's never really announced when he comes in. He just comes in when he has pertinent information to the goings-on of Theros. And you think this would probably be a good time for Sphinx to lend his knowledge to the philosophers, because from what you've heard, the smatterings of what you heard from Igor and Ukrit, things are not great right now. They're trying to fight a kraken. The gods are constantly talking to you guys and doing things in Nyx, so probably a good time for Sphinx to lend its knowledge.
How
You know where that was.
do we get to talk to a council of smart people to get to the Sphinx?
Ukrit just got paid a bunch of money. Money goes a long way in this town. Let's collect up the boys and see if we can get an audience with the Sphinx.
And girl, thank you.
You are already with me. We need to go get the other two who are lollygagging.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you see? I also found Sphinx kitties under the Sphinx stuff, and they're so cute.
That was very cute.
Yes.
So then we'll go find the other two.
Yeah, you're not too far. It is just a giant tower that you guys are walking around, like the outside of it. And like things shift down as you're trying to find them and read them. But you're able to find those two pretty quick.
Ukrit, look here. Isn't this spear cute? Don't you see little baby Igor holding this little spear?
I don't want why you'd want a smaller spear. I think that seems counterproductive. I mean,
No,
see, look at here, look at here.
Yeah, you
and
don't understand.
you see here, this is called a sarissa. It's a very long spear. In fact, it's probably one of the most dominant weapons that people in Theros have ever created. They allow the phalanx to succeed basically by having such a long enough spear. It's kind of like in a bout. If you have a longer reach, you're more likely to succeed in the fight, right? And it's the same thing with spears. So the way the sarissa works is you have a long enough spear that you hit them first. It allows us to protect ourselves a lot easier. I think you should get yourself a sarissa.
sounds like cheating.
It sounds like a thinking man's spear.
Oh, hello!
Yeah, like 10-foot reach anyway. Amelia popping in.
Oh!
Yeah, sounds like you've had a productive time looking for Sphinx lore.
Did you know there's such thing as Sphinx kitties and they're bald and they're adorable?
Did you know they make spear for baby?
No, but that seems
Sounds
dangerous.
impractical.
We had to use wooden ones when we play fought as kids, because that's all Dad would make. I mean,
Did you know you could turn peanuts into a paste? And it just
You
sticks
can turn
to
anything into a
things.
paste if you try hard enough.
But it sticks to things. You can use it as a glue.
Hmm.
Look, if
why
we
would
can...
you waste peanuts when you can eat them?
You know, we could have turned our friend Mayapple to glue.
I suppose most things could be turned into a paste.
Seems rather wasteful, now that I think of it.
You know, I think Mayapple might have been happier if we used all of the animal.
Yes, that's what
Less
I was
wasteful
thinking.
in nature.
She was very much like that.
Yes.
I
Instead
think,
we grew a
like,
forest.
Oh, that was
turning to
nice.
Amelia more.
No,
Just like,
an
I think I
animal.
know. I think I know why two of them died before this. Like, what? This.
I think this is just dumb luck.
I think this
Dumb
asks
and
more questions than it answers, though. Why is it us two that are alive?
Hence the name's dumb luck.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had to do that one. I was just sitting there right on the tee.
I was thinking about it, and I like look down at both Igor and Lafitte. I think technically both of you could be turned into glue. I think it's because it's the hoof. It's the hoof. You can turn hoof.
I don't know how to make glue, so I don't know.
Well, you just mash down the hoof into paste.
I thought it was more of a boiling. I guess I just assumed it was a boiling of the hooves.
Okay, this got really strange, and I've talked to spiders and like praying mantises before. We have an idea where to find the Sphinx.
No.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
the
that's
boiling
good.
of the hoof is how you get gelatin.
Well, okay. Well, hold on. I don't know why we're debating this. And I look to the pillar. We can just look up the answer right here.
Check.
Hold on, I want to look.
Yeah. However they make glue is how they do it.
Oh, the answer is right here. You make glue by doing something with the hoof.
I assume it is like a boiling and a mashing kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, things you didn't think D&D session would go to. Turn your feet into glue.
So we need to either get into the Temple of the Council of the 12 or talk to them, because that's who the Sphinx talks to.
Oh, that makes sense. Now that I think about it.
You're right, he did know. He looks at Dyram.
Yeah. Just got distracted.
So there's just so much to learn here.
Indeed.
It was a very condescending. All right, well, it's like really hard for me to like not like turn back to the pillar as I'm like wanting to look up more. It's like when you get on like a Wikipedia hole where you just keep clicking on articles,
Or on Reddit.
and you opening more and more tabs, and you're like, oh, but I need to know what this is so I can understand the other thing. that's I was like, all right, no, there's enough here.
Emilio pushed on the middle of his back and start trying to walk him away.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You
All
gotta
right.
head to the Council of the 12. Again, enormous staircase, even bigger than before. It's crazy. It's wide. There's just people like sitting on the staircase reading. It's a lot more populated. Like the school had a lot of people as well, but this is like a central hub for everything political that happens in Melites. So you guys head up the stairs. You get a couple of strange looks because, like, yes, every lineage is welcome here and come here. Minotaurs not as often, but there are a few. But they don't typically go to this building, so it's a little bit strange in that case. Even Ukrit, even though you live here, you still get strange looks because you're like
I'm
the
a
only
Leonin.
Leonin. There isn't
Yeah.
Leonins here
Yeah.
other than you, so you are still a strange sight to people. But you get inside to the main lobby. There's on the floor in front of you in like a a tactile flooring kind of thing is the map of Theros, like the overview of it as you walk across it. And there's a desk in the front, and behind that desk, like it offshoots. This room offshoots into a bunch of different rooms that you can assume are like council rooms and different meeting rooms. But far behind the desk is this large, ornate marble door where you can assume the 12 would gather, and there are 2 guards on either side of that door.
Walking towards there, Ukrit would instinctively walk around Orskos on the map. I've probably spent a lot of my youth here memorizing the map.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's just an instant, even though I don't really come here that often anymore. And we go up to, oh, hello!
Are you going to the desk or the guards? Or somebody else?
Probably the desk.
Hello, how can I help you, folk?
Yes. I am here to see,
What was the Sphinx's name again? Nitima?
Metamai.
Metamai.
Metomai.
I don't know if you guys told me the name of it or not.
We probably
If
would've.
not,
Okay.
okay.
We're here to see Metamai.
Do you have a meeting with the 12? The 12 are what gets you through to him to speak with him.
Well, then I suppose we do.
What are your names?
I am Ukrit, the Unsavaged.
She looks through her notes or parchments. I don't have any meetings set up for you or any trials or anything.
Oh, that's interesting, because we have a meeting with Metami, but I suppose if to have a meeting with Metami, we have a meeting with the council. I don't know why my name's not there. We have a meeting with them.
Who'd you set this meeting up with? Who are you talking to for this? 'Cause I don't have anything here at all. Double checking her notes.
Athreos said we were to meet with Metami.
Or
It is
do
Metamai.
Metamai. Do a persuasion check.
What's my persuasion? I'll roll for it. It's better chance. What'd I get?
14. I don't have.
It's one higher than I would have got with my divination.
That's the god Athreos is what set up this meeting for you.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, the god Athreos didn't tell me, so you're not in the schedule, so I can't let you in.
Look, I know how it looks. It's hard to believe, but we are on quest from gods. To prove it, this spear here was handed directly to me from Heliod himself. I know it's hard to believe.
You
Go
are
on,
doing
take a look.
persuasion.
Oh shit. Sorry.
17.
Well, if the god sent you, maybe they have a little coin that would have helped
I
you.
throw 5 gold on the counter to just make it happen.
Igor, I think she wants to see your soul coin.
Oh, he did give us soul coin too. Yes.
Yes, that's what she just said. She wants to see the coin to prove.
Mhm.
She'll quickly take the gold that was thrown on the desk and it's a nice coin.
Thank you.
Follow me. And she will lead you back to the door. The 2 guards, the guards stand at attention. If they have a meeting with the 12, and the guards, the 12 aren't in right now. But they'll wait. They'll wait in the trying area for him. It'll be fine. And they'll open the door for you, and you guys head into a hallway. And you can see a large circular room in front of you. There's doors off to the sides. And as you enter the big circular room, it appears to be a pit of some sort. It is very well made. It's not like a dirt pit or whatever. It's like a marble-lined pit. And above you are these 2 balconies that appear to have 6 seats on either side, where you can assume the 12 would stand, and this would be like a trial, or people would present their findings or ideas to them. But on the far side of this pit, the stairs kind of lead back up and to this large marble ornate door with a round top, and you can see there's like an engraving in it as well. It's just as you guys go in, well, if you are supposed to meet with the Sphinx, you'll be able to get through that door. And she'll head out and go back to her desk.
Go try the door?
All right.
March on
Right?
over to the door.
Let's get there.
As you approach the door, the engravings within the marble, it starts from the bottom and begins to light up like a glowing blue, and it outlines the engraving of a large feline with wings and an incredibly strong jawline. It's a lion head, and as it lights up, runes along the top begin to spell out as well and fill up. And Ukrit, you are able to read this because I checked everybody's languages before.
Also, I have comprehend languages I can do.
Also, I wasn't aware of that, but also that would have been good as well.
You gave that to me at the start of the game.
Oh, well then even better
for learning for following Afara. So
even better.
Yeah.
But yeah, the words read for you it's Sylvan. In this world, it's Nixian.
Yeah.
So it says, first in the forest, but not in the swamp. Your first reaction will be to stomp. When you see me, I see you. Speak my name, and you may pass through.
You said it's in Sylvan?
It's in Sylvan, yes. You two didn't have languages written down, so which ones you have?
Yeah, Amelia speaks it because she's a satyr.
Yes, so yes, you also speak.
So first in the forest, not in the swamp. When you see me, I see you.
First in the forest, but not in the swamp. Your first reaction will be to stomp. When you see me, I see you. Speak my name, and you may pass through.
Oh boy. I'm really slow, so I'm gonna need that one more time.
No worries. I'll say as many times as you need, because it's right there in Ukrit, and Amelia can read it. First in the forest, but not in the swamp. Your first reaction will be to stomp. When you see me, I see you. Speak my name, and you may pass through. I think Kem's typing in chat as well. I'll make sure she's got it right once it's up.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep, that's it.
Igor just looks at the door, not knowing what it says. It is a clock. Clock.
No, there's a riddle.
No,
I don't think the answer is clock.
I'm sure it's riddle. It's always riddle. I think answer is clock. It's always clock.
No, you wouldn't find a clock in the forest.
They have sundial.
No, you definitely would not in the forest because it would cover up the sundial.
But
I'm
assuming
say? You guys have read it out loud to us.
Yes.
Okay.
Ukrit would not have thought to do that.
Yes, Amelia would read that loud.
I would start just by saying, well, if it's speak my name, is it just metamai?
Nothing.
First in the forest, but not in the swamp. I think that's the letter F, because first in forest is F, but not swamp.
See, that's what I thought too.
Great. This is riveting TV as we're trying to, in real time, figure out this frickin' riddle.
Right?
I'm thinking,
Interesting.
like some sort of seed is my guess, because, it's the first in the forest, it grows, but not in the swamp, and then... I don't know about the stomp part, that just seems mean.
I was thinking fire, but...
Yeah, I thought of a spider to start with, but fire is good too.
What can see you?
I mean, like an eyeball? Like fire? Like, and then eyes? Like when you see me, I see you? Like when you see an eye and I see you back?
Or something you would, by the time you noticed it, it's already noticed you?
Bug.
Is it a reflection?
Face.
Oh, man.
Well, it seems as though we're at an impasse. I suppose that just means that the world is meant to end.
It was long, hard-fought journey, but...
Well, a little riddle will stop the champions of Theros.
Champions of Theros versus Riddle.
I'm sure Crit would have a better time with this than I do.
When you were describing the door, Sharp, was there anything besides... I was admittedly only half paying attention when you were describing it. Was there any, like, pictures that showed up, or is it just, like, lighting up and then these words showed up?
The only picture would be the one that depicts the Sphinx.
Okay.
You can see that the door doesn't have, like, a handle or anything on it. It appears that it would swing inward once it does open. What is everybody's characters doing right now? You just kind of hanging out, staring at this thing, trying to think of what it would be?
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
absolutely.
Okay.
any way Amelia's heard this kind of riddle before?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to make a history check.
No.
Oh.
Nat 20. Got a nat 20. I got a nat 20.
Yeah. Dyram, you, believe it or not, you haven't heard this riddle.
You know what? Now that I know that I can't roll and get it, I'm gonna roll and see what I get for fun.
Okay.
'Cause I literally could only get a 21 as well.
Yeah. The Minotaurs aren't much for riddles, and you spend a lot of time with Heracles too. So.
What is that supposed to mean?
You were just kind of adventuring, man. Just hanging out. But
I will have you know, Heracles is plenty smart. He is the smartest man.
yeah, Dyram, you would know, like, you've never, like, this riddle doesn't seem to make sense. It seems to walk back on itself and doesn't seem to make sense. Like, you're thinking of things like, oh, spider, but spider doesn't work with the first part, and fire, but the fire can't see you, and all of these things.
Oh, all I can think of is like contradictions, but that also doesn't start with F.
Yeah. Igor, how are you feeling not being able to figure?
How am I feeling?
Yeah.
Probably a little irritated, but he's definitely just thinking hardcore, man. He's doing the famous thinker, you know, like.
Can you do a wisdom saving throw for me?
Okay. It's not.
Oh no.
Dude, I have a plus 7.
No.
I've not rolled
no.
above a 10 with wisdom.
Igor, you begin to go into a rage
Oh no.
as you hear a deep laughing in the back of your mind. Just
I just run up.
Smarts will get you through this.
I just run up and start punching the gate.
All right, make a strength attack for me.
I could just.
As Igor rushes forward. Yeah, Igor runs at the door, just full ready to punch. It seems like at one moment he's thinking and like can't figure it out. Then you see him just rush forward yelling, and he goes to punch this door. And you're doing that punch where you're trying to punch through it because you want to break it. And as you hit it, the door swings open and you just tumble through onto the floor in front of you.
I've got it.
Yeah, and you're like that sudden surprise. Your rage goes away.
It was fist.
Oh, well, that's the answer. All right. And then I go through and I like punch the door.
Like the door is fully open at this
I know, but that's
It closes.
all of you got as Igor, as you like pick yourself up off the floor, you look up and you see this enormous lion, but the fur doesn't seem, it's not short like a normal lion's fur. It's like very long and thick, and he's enormous and like it's like a dirty white color to him. It's an off-white, very long mane and these glowing white eyes and enormous wings that are folded to his side that are heavily feathered as well. And he's just staring at all of you. So, you figured out the riddle to the Sphinx's lair.
I don't think the riddle. Sure.
Okay, I think I can explain this one. And I'm like, it's like that, like I've got like visions running visually. We just had to walk through.
No, that shouldn't be the answer to it.
Because you said his name earlier. And you didn't walk through. You just expected something to happen. But now we've walked through post saying his name.
Look, how we got through the door doesn't really matter. We're through the door now.
Why have you come before me, Metamai, the Great Sphinx?
We seek your gift.
Yeah.
My gift has... Are you speaking of the Sphinx's gift, not just any old gift?
Isn't any gift you give the Sphinx's gift?
The Sphinx's gift is a legendary relic that each Sphinx holds and gives out to only those who are worthy to it. Each Sphinx has one gift. Unfortunately, mine has already been given.
That's a shame.
No.
It is probably...
Know of another Sphinx?
Who would you give it to?
Long ago, I gave it to a champion. I gave it to Dionysus many years ago.
Thank God. That was... that was close at the beginning.
Oh, yes. Roll a deception check, Igor.
Deception check?
Yeah.
Okay. 9.
You speak of Theodore. No, I have not talked to him yet. I'm expecting to soon, but...
Hold on. What do you know of Theodore?
I cannot say of his future to you, but he is destined for great things.
On the scale of, great things, does he surpass my greatness, or is he on par?
I cannot define it numerically, but you are also destined for great things, Igor.
Well, that is great.
I know you come seeking my gift, but I do not have it, though there is another. Many of the Sphinx of Theros have left or been killed, but there is one other Sphinx still within these lands. Well, in the Theros lands, far south in the Dakra Isles lies the last of the Sphinx, who still has her gift.
And we can't just find Dionysus.
No. He has long left these lands as well. He did his duty and continued further north into the lands past Theros.
And we were just up there. Of course.
Well past where you have all traveled.
Seems like we have to go to these isles anyway now.
Can we get there by boat?
Yes. There are many boats in the harbor, but I see you already know this.
How much salt do you think it would take to kill a flail snail?
A lot of salt. I would say, what's the Theros transfer from gallons? 1 gallon of salt.
Salt? Oh, that's not too hard to come by.
No,
Not as much as I would think.
Nefertiti resides on the Ketafus Island of the Dakra Isles. You'll find plenty of your flail snails there as well, if you'd like.
Convenient.
It's like I planned it.
See, all things that happen are to happen as they happen.
So,
Unrelated question.
Yes.
oh no, you first.
Could I have one of your feathers?
Persuasion.
No, he just said that's not what it means by the gift of a sphinx.
You know, it's not a bad idea, just in case it is what it means.
Yeah, he looks kind of pitiful at you, seeing that he can't give you the sphinx gift like the actual one. He'll kind of rustle his feathers or his wings a little bit, and a feather will fall off and swoop towards you. That won't do what you need it to, but well, he looks at you for a little bit. Fariko will like it.
I had a feeling.
Oh, and while we're here, I just wondering. I just want to put in a good word for well, eventually, as you know, as people cycle out of the council, eventually when Janie gets on the seat of the council, I just want to put in a good word. She's a hard worker.
Well, that remains to be seen. She's still an egg, is she not?
Yes, but I have a hunch. She's learning how to write on the side. Very quick learner.
Okay.
Your lack of knowledge will be your downfall, Ukrit.
That is what I always say.
Yes.
Sir.
In fact,
Now,
that'll be everyone's downfall. Everyone's lack of knowledge. And that is why we always strive to learn more.
That's true. Yes, keep learning, all of you.
yes,
For knowledge is one of the strongest weapons. Yes, Igor.
learning. Yes, in fact, I was hoping to learn a bit about this Theodore. What is a relationship to Heraclos? When did this happen?
What's with your obsession with this teenage boy, Igor?
Oh, I just want to know. I mean, you know, it's you ever have close friendship and then new member is brought in and it just ruins the the groove.
Are you jealous, Igor?
No, Igor's not jealous. He's just he wants to know that this Theodore's chill dude and will not ruin what the special bond that we had.
My advice for you, Igor: jealousy will be your downfall. Anybody else want to learn their downfalls while they're here?
Dyram,
To be a mystery.
mystery
I'm
will
good.
be your downfall.
There, could we say that you sent us when we're talking to Nefertiti? Would that be a good thing, a bad thing?
You could. She disagrees with my sharing of knowledge amongst the mortals. She feels that it is something that needs to be earned through their deeds, whereas I feel it is a need to continue their lives at Theros. Though the Sphinx have not been treated kindly by humanoids through the ages, I feel that it is our duty to continue passing that knowledge down when needed. She does not.
Okay,
Either
serious
way,
question.
she will not care for your presence.
Serious question then.
Yes.
It sounds like perhaps, lots of times we go into these thinking we can have good conversation and then maybe exchange gift, but oftentimes we have to kill. You said you and her are last of your kind?
Yes.
How long do you live? Are you, eternal?
We live for many years, but we are not immortal.
Okay, so...
As far as asking if you should kill her, do not kill her, please.
Yes,
She
well, I
is-
just wanted to make sure that you weren't, there wasn't some chance that someday the last two of the remaining of the species could get together.
I don't think
Make
that would
more.
ever happen, but to extend her
Not
life,
my type.
yes. I'm not her type, more so. But,
Ooh.
yes, it's extending her life would be beneficial to Theros, whether she shares her knowledge or not. She will not outright attack you unless you go to attack her, though she will try you and test you to make sure you're worthy of her gift.
Okay. And she's definitely not ex-girlfriend.
No.
Okay. That's good to
Sphinxes
know.
You
don't
lying
have
to me?
girlfriends. We don't have relationships like that. Thank you for asking, though.
I think that is all.
Alright, I'm sorry that your trail ends here, but a new one opens for you. Go to the docks, find Eduardo Zelroth. I believe he's heading towards those isles anyway.
Oh, that's good to know. He's alive.
Yes.
He kind of stood up at client. We weren't sure if we were going to find him alive or not.
Yes, the man is desperate. He needs your help to pay off his debts.
Well, I don't have the money for that, but
Not financially.
okay, not literally pay off his debts. Okay.
No, he just needs strong adventurers to help him.
Oh. All right then. I think that explains everything. Back to Akros.
No?
Not exactly. No, he's
Is this
here
not
to-
the great deed Theodore was meant for?
No, Theodore has different deeds to tend to.
Oh. All
I'm
right.
sure it's just clerical things. You know,
No.
not like the healing kind, like the paper work.
We won't take up any more of your time. We got a boat to catch.
All right, make sure you lock the door on the way out. It seems it wasn't before.
Whatever you say.
What was the answer? Amelia.
Wow, what shade that he just threw at us. Oh
That's
yeah,
fair,
those
I
guys
didn't
definitely
think
didn't get the fucking code right.
he wasn't expecting us for another hour, and he stumbled through like what? Who didn't lock the door?
Sharp, can you tell us
Riddle
what the
me
password
this,
was
Council
now?
of 12. Who forgot to lock the door?
A little secret for everybody. Thank you to @OrangeJuice9595 on TikTok. I stole that idea from him. That door had no answer. You had to
Yeah, I
open
didn't
it by
think so.
pushing on it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I
I
assumed.
kind of figured.
DC 12 strength check.
Uh,
But yeah, it's cool that you guys came up with spiders because that is he had to change that riddle because I think it was first in swamp but last in forest because people were coming up with spider a lot for it. She's like, oh, it can't have an answer to it. So I got if you need ideas for D&D, go to TikTok, dude. It's good stuff. Yeah, you guys can leave the council at 12.
Straight to the docks.
Yeah. That could have taken so much longer, and I didn't make it. It just stood
no,
there.
I would have just stood there. Ukrit would have just stood there and thought about it.
Yeah.
So.
It's a piss off your players kind of thing. But yeah, you guys can head to the docks. We already determined Diagram kind of knows where this guy is because, again, he's an urchin, and this guy is a little weird. So you guys can head to you can talk to a few people and find his house pretty easily. So you guys head there's this old rundown shack towards the ends of the docks, but out front of it, or it's not a shack, it is a 2-story building made out of clay, I guess works in Euro-C, and it's got a stairs that goes around to the top from the outside, and you can get to the main floor from the inside, and out front of it there is a pretty impressive longship for the state of the house, and there's people working on it, but you guys can head into the house if you'd like to. There's fishing nets hanging outside and stuff like that. And as you enter the house, are you guys just gonna walk in? You're gonna knock?
I'll knock on the door as customary before entering a house.
Yeah.
In Maltese.
Come in.
All right.
You guys can head inside. And as you do, you see all over the walls and on the table in front of him, and he's like sketching things on it. There are maps of the sea and the coasts of Theros all over the place, and also there are these long iron tubes, like taller than Yegor and Ukrit. There's one like hanging from the ceiling. There's one in the corner where the back seems to have blown out of it and like the iron is curled out. And you can see he's working on the map. Yes, how can I help you? I'm trying to get something figured out here.
More of
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Amelia.
We're
Yeah,
here
go
to
ahead.
collect.
He'll look at you very startled. Collect for who?
I think you know who we're here from.
I owe lots of money, to be fair. Don't
Mm,
want
No.
to stick around, but you guys are a very strange bunch.
We need to get to the Decker Isles.
I need to go there as well.
Yes. We are here to collect on behalf of all of Theros, for we come on a mission from the gods.
Now I owe a lot of money, but I don't owe money to the gods or all of Theros. Sorry, let's be fair.
Is
Valethina sent us.
Valethina not a god? Like looking at each other.
Daughter of a
everyone
god.
else?
Daughter of a god.
Oh, does she not thus a god? Or- I suppose
Oh.
Heracles would be.
Oh yeah. I'm actually planning out the journey I'm supposed to take to get her stuff. I just need somebody that can help me get there. Dacker Isles aren't nice.
Hi.
We're
You
real good
bought-
at hitting things.
Yeah, you'd be perfect. I've got a whole crew. I just needed people to help me there. I just got to make one stop on the way. It's not out of the way. It's on the way there. And you know it's hard to find this island, right?
No.
No.
I think I have it planned out to where we'll get there right when it appears, but
What? The Flail Snail Island?
I mean they're all flail snail islands, but the one we're looking for has the best flail snails on it, but it doesn't stay there all the time.
Well, hold
We
on
need
just
to
a
I
get
wrote this down.
to
Cetaphis?
Cetaphos, yes.
Cetaphos.
specifically.
1 second,
Oh,
sir.
okay.
Gather around. Igor's gathering the party
Uh,
for a huddle.
He.
Did you want me here too? You just
No, you do not worry.
Okay.
We're just having
Okay.
group discussion to see if this
Just
works.
sketchy.
I don't
Okay.
think we should be having a conversation just out in the open like this.
No, it's not super important. I
Like,
just
he'll
don't-
probably just hear us. He's right there.
No, shh. Ukrit. Shh. No. He will not hear us. This is group huddle. This is not allowed. Okay. So, do we tell him about Kraken or no? Or do we wait until
I
later?
think he could help us find it if we're honest.
Right, but I feel like he would be scared of
He seems
Kraken.
like a coward.
Well, okay, well then we'll just be like, when we get there and we get the snail, after that we can be like, oh, by the way, do you know where the Kraken is? We need to find him too. And just kind of throw it on him just have a choice.
Oh, when he's already in the middle of it. Kind of like we did with Dyram.
That is very
Yeah.
evil.
Oh, we kind
Oh,
of did.
sorry. Dyram, you're not part of this conversation. Like, I closed the huddle in. Yes, we should do that. Sort of like we did with Dyram.
Well, I had a twin brother and an older brother, so it was kind of necessary
Yes.
to, be mean.
Well, so let's make sure not to summon Kraken before the snail thing, because it sounds like this island is he seems to have a very tight-knit schedule, and we don't want to miss.
Isn't it a series of islands?
Yes, the
Well,
Decker
he
Island.
wants to go to a specific one that
Why does he need-
disappears.
Why do
Or
we care about
reappears.
that?
Because that's
That's
the
where he
island
said-
we're trying to get to.
That's
Isn't
the island
the
he said
island
he
we're
was trying to get to.
He said he was trying to get to one specifically.
Which
Yes.
island do you guys want to go to?
We want to go to the.
Catafest.
We're going to Cataphus.
Oh, perfect. That's the one I'm looking for.
Oh,
There,
we go.
okay, confirmation.
But
Planned
like I
it.
said, I think I have it planned out here because it's not always there. But I've been doing research. That's why it's taken so long. It keeps not being there. But I think I've got it this time.
Well, if it's supposed to be there, it'll be there.
Does
the
I-
island
oh.
swim?
No, that's a different one. This one
Okay.
is said to go into Nyx when it's not there. It passes in between Nyx and Theros.
That is perfect. We've been to Nyx. I have been to Nyx many a time.
You have.
Yes.
Look, we're kind of a big deal. We'll help you protect your boat. Got some business on Catafis as well.
Whatever you guys are doing, as long as you're helping me with this, it's fine. I just need adventurers who can handle themselves. It'll be fine. Like I said, I just have to make one stop on the way, and then we'll go right there. And the timing will be.
What's the stop you're going on?
Oh, I just gotta make a quick pit stop. I gotta pick up some stuff so I can get the money for Falthea. Somebody owes me some stuff from things I dropped off for them, so I can get that money. Then we can go get the flail snail, and then I can pay her off double. It'll be great.
Now, if
So
you
I'm-
need help,
I'm doing an
taking
insight
down
because he's
someone.
like he's like just not giving details, so I just don't know if he's like
Yeah,
he's
he's
legit just
he is hiding something. But you're not quite sure what.
listen.
Like he's definitely going to get something. You're just not
Yeah.
sure what.
Listen. From Melotesian to Melotesian, you can tell us. You tell us your secret, we'll tell you a secret. What is it that you're going to get?
I don't need your. It's nothing you have to worry about. It'll be a quick stop. It's along the way. You don't even have to get off the boat. You can sleep if you want. It'll be fine.
Now,
I'm
part
gonna-
of this stop, are you in danger of not coming back to the boat? Be honest.
No, I'll be on the boat the whole time. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Does this pit stop have to do with like a kraken by any chance? Just curious.
Do an insight for me.
6.
I mean, even with Ukrit's previous insight, you can see he kind of gets nervous at this, and sweat starts to bead up on his head. Not a kraken.
Oh, good.
Are you
no.
lying?
So I'm pretty sure, looking at the spell description, that suggestion isn't like friends where they know you charmed them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm considering just casting suggestion on him.
What are the things you have to do for suggestion? Is it somatic and verbal?
It's verbal and material.
Material. Okay, yeah, he probably wouldn't know then.
Yeah. So it's a DC 14 Wisdom save. No, you should tell us so we know what's going on.
He will put a suggestion up on the screen just so I can read it.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, sorry. I thought it. Okay, let me. Didn't do the spell card, so
I
let me
can
just.
look it up if I.
No, I got it. I got it. Oh god. I clicked it. There we go.
So what did you say? You said just tell us.
You should
what-
tell us what it is that
it
is
is.
going on.
There's just a creature out there. I gotta get evidence of it and get research on it. It'll be fine. It's not a huge thing. There's just a creature out there, and he's like looking around at the iron tubes that are all over the place. I just got to get more research, and then I can get my things made, and it'll be fine.
Okay, now I'm looking at these tubes. What do these tubes do?
You have never seen these tubes before, but you see the one is the back it's blown out of. So one end has got an opening like this on it, and then it goes back. It's about 10 feet long, and the back is either usually fully enclosed and circular, or some of them have a door on them. It seems like there's been a lot of different iterations to these things.
Like a submarine.
No.
If
Like a cannon.
if Grizz was looking at it, it's a cannon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
No, okay. What is the creature?
I don't have a name for it. It was a large sea beast that attacked us once, but
And so you have to go find it?
I just have to find its lair. Just take notes on it. We don't have to engage it, and we can just leave. It'll be fine.
What happened the last time it engaged you?
Our ship sank. Many.
So you're going to its lair,
And
A
we
wild
can just
creature.
sleep through this whole thing?
a wild creature who will probably attack while you go to its lair?
If I sail in right, I think I can get it.
You
Just close
think
up.
you can?
I think, yeah. I think.
I do not know what problem is. Yes, we will. You know what? We will help kill it. We will
Even
kill
better. Even better. We could bring the whole thing back, and we can look to see how it works. It'll be great.
Yes.
I mean, I was just going to get notes to try and get a better idea of how these things work, but if you can kill it...
I pull Igor aside. Igor,
Yes.
go ahead. Ask him. Ask him if there's a spear involved.
That's a good question.
Ask him if a spear's involved.
I have heard the good way to
Harpoons.
kill sea creatures with big spear.
And you have a big spear. I mean, this is all falling together. It's like it was meant to be.
Right, I do have big
I-
spear. Do you have bigger
Yeah.
spear?
No, but I've got a couple of these things are working to a point. I've got 2 of them on the ship, and we've got some ballistas too. So those ballistas are like big spears, right? There's
Yes.
a giant arrow. Yeah, we got plenty on the ship. We can shoot it, and you guys can do what you adventurers do. It'll be great. We can bring it back.
And I pull Igor back. You're not even getting a spear out of this. Now, I have to ask. How many times have we strayed from our mission?
I think this is straying. I think this is Kraken.
You think it's Kraken?
I mean,
Sir, are you hunting the Kraken?
If it's not Kraken, then, we still get to kill big monster.
He's stopping there anyway, so I don't see why we would argue.
No, it's not a kraken. At least I don't think it is. Maybe it's a sea
I
monster.
think he would know if it was a Kraken. The Kraken has attacked Melatis before. It's pretty well ingrained into the people here, especially those who are seafaring, what the Kraken is. Those who would go out into Thassa's waters would know of Thassa's guardian. This is not a Kraken.
To be fair, there's more than one kraken. That was just one of them, and that one's.
You said you didn't know what
Yeah,
Kraken
yeah.
was.
I know what they are. I'm not sure that this one is or is not a kraken. There are many krakens out there.
So what I'm saying is, Igor, there's not a spear involved. And last time we went on some side adventure, we ended up with one less member.
Yes, but we have soul coins.
What happens when Amelia dies out there?
I'm just like, what?
Amelia's gonna see it and go, "Oh, I'm very curious as to what this is. This is
We
very
have-
exciting." She's going to get too close to the side of the boat, and the thing is going to slam into it, and she's going to fall into the water.
Do we not have extra soul coin?
That sounds more like a
You have it.
Yes, I give to Amelia. Amelia, do you want soul coin? I feel like we talked about this.
No, she told you to keep it. because it wasn't for her.
Well, it is for you now.
Gordo will slide up to Tyron. This is all very exciting. I can't wait to see where this goes.
I just lean over to as he says that. I'm like, "You're also gonna owe us for helping you on this."
I mean, if you get this thing, I'll have so much. Oh my! I can mass produce these things if we know how to work it.
I work in gold, so we're gonna have to figure something
I'll
out.
be able
in
to
that
get
sense.
gold. Yes.
Look, Rit, hold on 1 second. I just need word with this sir.
All right.
Bring the sir to the side.
Yes.
Okay, just tell him it is cracking. Just tell him it is cracking, and then we are definitely in.
I feel compelled to tell him what he tells me, so I don't think I can. I mean, yeah, you didn't tell. I'm fine.
Oh, that is a good one. I just smack him really hard on the back. See if it breaks the fucking spell. I don't know.
Actually, I think it might roll an attack for me on armed strike.
Damn it.
No, you pat him hard, but he's able to hold it.
Nope, I tried. All right, we do whatever you say, Lucret, and but if it is cracking, we should.
I mean, I'll tell you this much: nobody else is gonna be able to get you that island. I'm the only one that's navigated it out and knows that when it appears and when it doesn't.
I mean, he's stopping there whether we help him or not, so I don't see the problem in helping him. He
My
controls where the
concern
ship goes.
is he is willingly driving himself, all of his crew, and us straight into a suicide mission before we even get close to these islands.
You guys look strong. It wouldn't be a suicide mission if you're there.
If you're destined to die out there, Ukrit, you're destined to die.
That sounds harsh, but I mean, I'm with it.
You
How
just
many
got
times?
Ukrit.
No, how many times? I wouldn't be upset about this if I weren't supposed to be upset about this.
What if we're...
We played this game. We tried. We tried to go do the mission. We tried to just sit there and do the mission. But I said, no, fine. Let's just do everything you guys want us to do. All these side things. All these things we said we were not going to do. And it ended up with Sparks dying.
What if you're meant just to prove the rest of us wrong each time?
If it helps, I can do it after, like on the way back.
Let's do it that way.
Well, yes,
That'd
we
be
want
preferable.
we want to make sure we, get in on time to the island. So
That would be significantly more preferable.
Yeah, we'll have to do a weird loop the opposite way to make the timing work, but I
oh no, do the monster first then.
You...
I love you, Igor.
Do the monster after. Let's just get on the boat. We have to get to the Cetaphis.
We already
Gotta get there.
spoke to one Sphinx who was not able to provide us. I would like to just get there and talk to the other one.
You're going to talk to a sphinx? All right.
Look, what we're doing is not important, sir. You're in a lot of trouble and you need our help. So you just shush.
I wasn't going to question it. I was just.
It is not true.
All right.
What we are doing is very important. It is quest from gods.
I'm sure it is, big guy. Yes. Less I know, the better, huh? And he closes up a big book. I mean, are we going or what? What's going on here?
Yes, we are going.
I just put my last notes on the map. We can head out now if you want.
Perfect. Why don't you surprise us
Fine.
with where we're going?
How about you don't?
We'll see what happens. He just gathers up a bunch of maps and starts heading out the ship. I mean, come aboard the cruise already. We can go, and unless you need something, I don't know.
We need a gallon of salt.
So defeated. I mean, if you
Need a
want to
gallon of salt.
if you want to go buy some quick,
Yeah.
yeah, go for it.
How much for a gallon of salt?
5 silver.
5 silver.
Bumble does not want to go to this encounter. Damn it.
I have something I want to do.
Yeah.
I apologize in advance, Kim. I want to try and sneak the extra soul coin into Amelia's pocket.
Yeah, do a sleight of hand. Amelia, what's your passive?
Oh
19.
no, you dropped something over there. Damn it.
This giant hand like coming towards her, and she's like, "What are you doing?"
And you are like holds his hand
Oh.
up, and as you say, you drop something, and he's trying to put it in your pocket. He actually drops it. Damn it!
There's something in your ear. He's just got it in his hand. Oh, it seems as though it's a coin.
I don't want Amelia to die. Now that you said it, like, it's gonna fucking happen.
Okay, I'll take the coin if you say I can use this diamond to bring you back.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
I am
she'll
now,
put them both in her bag.
I am curious. Did you not plan to use diamond on me?
I was going to. I'm just gonna make sure
Okay.
I save one for you specifically now.
Well, don't prioritize.
Wait a second, were you not?
Do not prioritize Igor in any way. I have coin, so if allies are down, do not worry. But you can use it on me, yes.
All right, you got your gallon of salt. Anything else you guys want to do before you get on the ship?
No.
No.
God, I'm only level 5.
If we get into a water combat, we're screwed.
I have
God,
studded leather
fine.
now. I can swim.
Water combats are easy. Just remember, never get on a ship. Your DM has some water encounter they've been waiting to use.
So we, at least after the fleet of snow, so we level up.
Speaking of, you guys get on a ship. Yeah, it's fully manned. Like, you guys don't have to do anything in this travel. He'll tell you that it's like you start sailing. It's about midday at this point, a little bit after, like 3 or 4, and you'll get there on the morning of the 4th day, like really early in the morning on the 4th day. So you guys start sailing to the Isles. You guys start sailing. Is there anything specific you guys want to do while you're sailing, or what?
I would try to commune with Farika each night, both to give her the feather and then to update her on how the potion went.
Yeah, if you want to do a religion with advantage, I think you already gave her the feather.
Don't
she
forget
just,
her flowers.
she just didn't drag you.
Sphinx feather.
Oh, the Sphinx feather. Right. Yeah. Oh, religion with advantage. 15. You don't get a full meeting with her, but you are able to kind of talk with her, and she's able to put messages into your head, and is able to get the feather. And what was the other thing you gave her?
Amelia gave me some plants from her hometown.
From
Oh, yeah.
Pyrametra's temple that
She
she...
takes us,
Oh, yep.
and you'll hear, "Oh, yes, I can do things with these. You're heading to the Dakra Isles.
Yes.
Get as much as you can from there. It's not often I get followers going there."
Could you send me another one of those potions? It worked last time.
Oh, you took the experimental potion. It worked. The muscles grew, the bones held.
Yes. Kind of broke your temple. I apologize.
Fine, that's you doing what you're supposed to there. I can work on something. I'll see if I can get some more stable for you. We'll see. I gotta relabel some of these, and that will be the end of that conversation. Anybody doing anything else?
I'm gonna get the hole from Igor.
The
I
what?
just- I-
The portable hole? Oh, okay, yeah.
Portable hole,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fine.
I'm gonna open that up and I'm gonna dump the salt into the portable hole.
Oh, yeah, Amelia's gonna switch into her leather armor.
Okay.
In case she goes overboard.
I do that as
You
well.
already switched yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little
You're now
piratey.
leather armor, studded leather, which I think is it 12 plus your dex is how studded leather works?
I believe so. I can just equip it though in my
Yeah, I think it
inventory
just-
and then unequip my other armor.
Yeah.
Do it auto.
That's right.
Since these people know the islands and they go out to them all the time or whatever, or they try to, can I get them to? Can I figure out what possibly if they know what flail snake eat or what
What
entices
flail
them?
you said?
Yeah.
You're just asking the crew members?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll see the crew members. There's Tritons. There's a Minotaur. There's what other lineages are in this world? Satyrs. The Electric. Yeah, these guys are run of the mill. They're just here to run a ship. They don't know much about anything else. As far as flail snails go.
All right.
That's why you needed your help. You didn't have anybody smart enough. But yeah, the first 2 days go fine, just fine. Third day is fine. How have you guys been sleeping throughout this? Does everybody just go to sleep and like the crew just let the crew run the ship, or does one of you stay up and wander around? Or
This is the first time Ukrit has not just slept. He is trying to make sure he's spending enough time, like keeping an eye on what the fuck the boat's doing.
yeah, fair enough.
Because he's not interested in a late night sinking.
Very fair. Anybody else have weird sleep patterns?
Igor tosses and turns. Thoughts going through his head. He definitely prays to Heracles a few times to try and get some insight onto what's going down.
Yeah, you could do a religion roll if you'd like, with advantage.
Hey, with it.
If you're doing it for multiple days.
Ow.
Hell yeah. 21.
Yeah, with all of this sense of adventure going on, Heracles seems to be more present than ever with you. Yeah, it's a strange world out there, dude. I've only been on a ship once, but this is pretty cool.
You've only been on ship once.
I didn't really need to leave Theros too much. Lots to do there. Let me tell you
great
about it.
Heracles. Only on ship once, eh?
Well, how many times you been on a ship, guy? This is your first time, isn't it?
At least twice, yes.
At least twice. Oh, okay.
At least,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
Do
How
you
was that
want-
river, by the way, man? I saw that you were getting the babes looking at you.
Yes. You see the way hair sparkle with the,
I mean,
with
it's
the
looking
water when I
good.
do the
You
whip.
gotta bathe more often. You look good when you do it.
Thank you. It helps when you rub the oils first.
Yeah, you gotta get the essentials in, you know.
Yeah. Well, if I have a question. It's been bugging me. I'm having lack of sleep, and I must be honest, because you are my best friend. So,
Yeah.
what is the deal with this Theodore?
I mean, what do you mean? He's a follower, just like.
Yeah, but he must be like god, like son of a god, right? Like
No.
he just looks so scrawny, but he's so, he's pretty strong. Not as strong as Igor.
Yeah, I mean, he's got potential though, right? You saw the potential in him.
Yeah.
He's gonna go far, that one. I mean, he doesn't look
Right.
like much now, but he'll be on his way.
I couldn't help but see the spear you gave him.
Well, he didn't have a weapon. I had to give him something, you know.
Right. It's
Did you just want to be the only follower with a spear? I mean, hopefully someday there'll be a lot of followers and a lot of spears. But...
Of course, and that is my hope. It's just it happened so soon and unexpected, and
Well, I mean, I gotta get out there, man. I mean, people know my name, but everybody's already got a god to follow. I've got to get in where I can, you know. And sometimes you got to bribe him with a little spear. I mean, the guy had nothing. He's a peasant for us sake, you know, or me's sake, not you yet. But you're on your way.
That is all. That's all it is. You just felt bad. Petty spear.
I wouldn't say I felt bad. He just needed something, and I saw potential in him. So I figured he was worthy of a spear from his god, you know.
Okay. Am I worthy? Here?
Igor, you look at what's in your hands right now. You tell me if you're. You have a god spear in your hand. The sun god spear in your hand. That was just a spear I made. That's not my spear.
Oh. It's not your spear.
No, I don't use a spear. I use a sword. You traveled with me. You know what I use.
I just thought that maybe you had the spear made for him, custom. But if it's not your spear, it's great news. It's don't even brought it up.
Were you jealous, my dude? You be honest with me, dude. Bro to bro. You jealous?
Are you trying to make me jealous? Because that's what you are doing.
Are you trying to be jealous of me because you're protective? It can only be you. Is that what's going on here?
You know what? You're right. I was being stupid. We're best friends. Nobody will ever come between our friendship. So
hey, if I was there right now, if I wasn't just a voice in your head, I'd give you a hug, man. But can't be there.
I'm going to the Isle. Back the car.
The Dakra Isles.
Yeah, yes. You want me to pick up you some daiquiris while I'm there?
Yeah, dude, I love a daiquiri. If there's anything I love more than a Long Island, it's a daiquiri, my dude. You know me.
They should be fresh.
Oh, I can't wait, man.
All right. Hey, by the way, what is all this stuff about? Is not what it seems.
Hey, just keep your eyes out. You know what I'm saying? And that's
right.
Oh my god.
Damn it.
Yeah. So it gets to be the evening of the third night. You know, the next morning, you guys are gonna wake up and be at the Isles, and it'll be a good time. But as you're sleeping, Ukrit, you aren't sleeping great. You're probably up and tossing and turning. And Amelia, you are quick to pick up on things. You lived on your own for a while, so you had to be alert even while you were asleep. And off in the distance, you start to hear some noise.
Uh-oh.
The ship begins to rock a little bit.
Oh no! Amelia wakes up in a panic and just jumps at whoever's closest to her from her group, and hides in their blanket.
Yeah, Amelia jumping on you and Ukrit, you're already awake, but I think the other two wake up from this.
It's storming!
It can't get you.
But yes, it can. There's no land to hide around. We're in the water.
Well, to be fair, I feel like if it's any god, it's probably Thassa. So I think we're safe.
I'm gonna head up to the deck.
All right. Dyram, you head up to the deck, and it is downpouring when you get up there. You can see the storm. You guys are going towards the storm currently. And you can see the crew members are running around, getting the sails set and pulling them down a little bit so that they can weather the storm better. And they're just battening the hatches essentially. And you can see Azelroth is up at the wheel, the captain.
I don't think I do anything in particular. I just kind of set myself in a safe position and keep watch up there.
Okay. Everybody else just hanging out below deck?
Amelia, this is This here is blanket. It's gift from Heracles. I've been talking to him during this trip. If I wrap it in this, hold on. I kind of take the rope, and I take my hempen rope and kind of I take a big blanket from the ship and I kind of fold it in half, and then I put it over her. it's a weighted blanket. Heracles is, he's often depicted. He's son of you know what? It's not. Doesn't worry. He says you cannot get hurt from lightning while you wear this blanket.
Okay. Just barely anything showing, just as small as she can be under this blanket.
Yeah. While you're trying to hide under the blanket, it does sound like the storm is getting closer to you.
I'll
sees that they're sailing right into it.
Yeah, I'll go up to deck and just miserable and soaking wet, just staring out.
We're not far now, boys.
Was the storm expected? Is this part of it?
I mean, I saw it and I knew we couldn't pass it up. We had to go. The storm's right here. We can't just skirt around it.
Wait.
You chose to sail into the storm.
Yeah.
Without needing to.
It presented itself, so I had to take my opportunity while I saw it. I mean, I know we were gonna wait, but it's here now, and as he says, it's here now. Are you still downstairs?
Oh, I came. I would have walked up after that.
Okay. Amelia's downstairs by herself. As he says this, everybody give me a strength saving throw.
Oh God.
You son of a bitch.
16.
Good thing she's inside.
15.
Yeah, all of you you feel the impact coming and kind of steady yourself, but you hear a loud, dull thud as something hits the bottom of the ship. Amelia, you're sitting down already, I assume, underneath the blanket.
Yes.
But the sound, especially because you're inside the ship, the sound rocks you as something hits the bottom of the boat. And the boat sways for a second and stays sailing.
Oh,
It's here. Everybody to their stations. As he yells at the crew members, how many of you? 18 crew members run down below deck. Actually, I'll say 20. Just a couple backups. Run down below deck. As they do this, the three of you on deck see something start to lift out of the water. As Tyron, for you, it's almost like a weird deja vu that you've never seen before, but maybe you have in a different life. As this enormous head, or what you can assume to be a head, starts to come out of the water. The front of it is a huge tube, much like you've seen in that house, as well as you've seen them below deck as well. There's these two long cylinders that stick out of the sides of the ship. And the edges almost appear as if they're open and shut like a mouth, and there's rings that kind of hold it in place. At the back of the head, two large horns spiral back and around, almost like wheels, and the neck continues up and up and up as this thing appears in front of you. Water is dripping off it. The storm is raging around you. I need everybody that can see him currently, which is just you three and the crew and Cappy, to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay, that's a lot better than I thought you were going to score.
26. Hey, that's good.
Oh, Igor!
9.
Finally.
Oh,
I've rolled
Tyra,
above
my
a 10.
dude.
Crit was not happy with this.
Yeah, Ukrit. I don't know if it's out of...
I think he's just in his own head because he's been so pissed at this.
Yeah. You are frightened for the next minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of a turn, just as this frightful visage of the cannon dragon, which you don't technically know the name of, but you guys do, appears in front of you.
Flashes of lightning reflecting off it, silhouette.
And as I'm going to pull you guys over to this map that I made, I stayed up late last night to make this map for you guys, so I'm glad you came. Amelia, you're below deck, so you can kind of move yourself where you'd be below deck. And you guys can also move yourselves to where you think you'd be. I don't have all the crew members on the ship because they're just going to act as one, and I'll kill them off as they die, if they die. Sorry. But I'll get a turn order up for you guys, and you guys can roll initiative. Let's see.
Assuming the way up is somewhere over here?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. The Kraken.
The Kraken is here, boys. Why so upset, Ukrit? Oh, wow. This thing rolled terrible for initiative.
We're all gonna do.
I would never try to kill you guys. We're here to have fun.
I don't think I've ever said that before. I'm always the guy who's like, oh, I'm not gonna say we're all gonna die. But yeah, I think this time we're all gonna die.
No, we are screwed. So I wanted to go to the island first. I wanted to hit that. I wanted to kill enough snails to hit level 6.
You totally agree.
Snails that would take.
Well, I
Have him
figured
surprise
visiting the
us.
Sphinx would boost that experience.
I'm gonna move these guys to the token layer. They're not technically there, but I need them to be there to add them to you guys can see.
I swear I heard Ukrit say, "Surprise us."
I didn't. Also, which one of these is the captain?
The captain is this one here at the wheel. Essentially, what the captain's going to do is he's going to save his turn to try and keep the ship going. While there's people below deck where you know that the cannons and the ballistas are at, as well as there's people running around on the ship to kind of keep the sails going and take care of any damage control kind of stuff. So luckily, this thing rolled really freaking terribly for initiative. So it is Dyram first. You see this enormous thing about 30 feet off the side of the ship. Sure go.
Logistical question.
Yes.
What would happen if I jump in the water?
What kind of armor do you have?
I have no armor.
All right. So, this is rough waters because you're in a storm. Each foot you swim will cost an extra foot of speed, so essentially you're in half movement.
Okay.
You have to make a check to try and get back on the ship if you're going to do that. But attacks will be at disadvantage because you are in rough water and you don't have like a swim speed. If you had a swim speed, you would be normal, but. So our monk's kind of useless unless he wants to do something else.
Well, okay. Here, this first round, I'm just coming to the edge over here, and I'm not useless. The first thing I do is like look at the captain and be like, "You pirate son of a bitch! We'll talk about this later." And then I'm going to summon up my connection with Farika and say, "I want your bits," and cast Ray of Sickness at it.
All right. What does it have to do, or do you just hit? Or roll it?
So I make an attack roll. So does a 16 hit?
16 does not hit. It's like you aren't able to like steady yourself enough to get the waves to go, or to go right for the waves.
Then nothing happens. Great.
Very cool. Ukrit.
Ukrit swears under his breath for a second. As the flashes of lightning, like the dim lighting of the place, he's kind of brought back to a few days ago. when he gave up his soul coin in like the dimness of his house, and like just the conversations they've been having. So he's more like freezing rather than fighting or flighting from the sphere. So he's just kind of sitting there, and he's running in his own head about everything that's occurred and what's going on. So that's gonna be his turn.
All right.
Oh, and then so saving.
Make a wisdom save again.
Oh, I didn't click my token. Hold on, I'm gonna do that right now.
I'm gonna use my dice. I'm gonna go for a
They're all the
15.
same initiative. That's
15 does not save.
Does not save. Okay, that's good to know. All right.
All right. It is. Oh, Igor, are you not?
Yeah, I wasn't in the initiative because I forgot to click my token, so I just re-rolled. I actually got the same roll though, so.
Oh wow, yeah, you did.
Oh,
Neither do you.
perfect. Then I'll just move you there. Amelia, you are below deck. You heard this giant thud as something hit the ship, and you see people running down and starting to get in place on the ballistas and the cannon.
All right. How much of my movement does it take to get me onto deck?
I'd say full 30 would get you there. You guys weren't too far in to the deck, so it'd just take your movement to get up there.
Can I see it?
Yeah, so I'd say you're able to. You can kind of see it over the stairs, so it's a little hard to see. But like it kind of have cover from where you're at if you were trying to do something like that. But you can. See.
Okay. Oops, I can't see the map. Is everyone within 30 feet of her?
Yeah.
Okay, she, just in case people go overboard, is gonna cast Water Walk.
Ooh.
Is that concentration? What is that? Put it up on the.
No, it's just 1 hour.
All right.
Technically.
Fuck, that's.
Sounds good. The cannon dragon.
Amelia, you are life-saving.
Everybody looking at this thing, you start to see fire bubble up from the bottom. Like, it looks like fire. It's a brilliant light, and it climbs up its neck. And as it hits the top, you hear an enormous explosion as smoke and fire emits from the tube at the front of its mouth, and a giant ball hurls at the ship. The ship has to make a dexterity saving throw. And I have that here, because I actually prepared for this.
Question.
Yes.
Can I use my deflect missiles to reduce the damage of this cannonball?
I don't think you can, because it's not at you, it's at the ship, specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ship rolled that one, so it has a -1. Not that matters, but... Ooh, boy, buddy. Here, let me get on online roller... that you guys can't see. Actually, I think I can do it on Roll20, but I'll just do it this way. How many do I need?
This is good pirate captain. I mean, this is cool, but also the son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fought worse. We'll be fine.
As this
Were we? Were we?
as this cannonball impacts the ship, just wood splintering all over. I need another strength saving throw from everybody here.
Oh, come on. Door, you mother.
Or
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just the things that I have +7s to are the things that I roll bad on.
Why is this in a different window?
He was much more gracious. I would have, if I were a demon, I would have been like, yeah, I mean, sure, if you're willing to become the target of this. See if you can deflect it enough.
Look, I was thinking about this just in general.
Oh.
Like, if a monk got hit by, like, a giant's boulder, just like,
Yeah.
Okay,
Everybody
I have a
falls
question.
prone except for Dyram. So you're all prone.
Hold on.
And
This is important for this.
Yeah.
I have my Aura of Protection now, so
You do?
you guys get a
you guys are level
plus
6, not level 5.
3 to your roll there.
Yeah, you get
So I
plus
don't know
3
if
to
that
your
helps.
saving throws. So
To all
Amelia,
saving
you
throws?
stay standing.
When
Okay.
was that active? And what is the range on that?
It's oh, you're right. It's 10 feet around me. So Dyram gets it. I think Amelia. No, Amelia's just
Doesn't.
out. Shit. So it's just Dyram.
Okay.
Just
Do I
Dyram,
get
you already passed. Yeah, Amelia is prone as well. But
you
then
do get it. It affects you as well.
Okay. So
Yep.
it's a little better.
and then this thing retreats underwater.
I'm so sorry because I interrupted. How much damage do we take?
You just go prone. You don't take any
Okay.
damage. The ship took all the damage, and then it goes underwater.
Great.
So it is then these guys' turn. They are going to hold their actions because they can't see it right now, so they've got all of their things ready to shoot, but they can't see it yet. Igor.
Okay. And... I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna pop Amelia. Ukrit and myself. Sorry, Dyram. I trust your rolls. With Bless. Yeah. Hopefully that wasn't a mistake. I don't know. And then bonus action, I'm gonna Karametra's armor.
All right.
And that's it.
Sounds good. The captain is going to hold his turn to. He's try and keep the ship going. Dyram.
Okay. Get the dragon away.
Here, you know,
How much can I hold on my turn?
Just your actions. So you have to use your movement or bonus actions. You have to hold your action, and you kind of have to announce what you're holding it for, like what the trigger is.
Okay. Son of a bitch. I think I'm just gonna move into the center of the ship and
Okay.
just hold a ray of sickness for whenever the dragon shows up again. I don't know what side it's gonna appear.
Yeah, crit.
Alright, I get back up. I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm doing the same. I'm holding on to the post. And I'm gonna make my save. So it's also a +3 from your aura?
Yep.
Okay. And it's wisdom?
Yep, wisdom save. Yeah,
There we go.
good. And
And that's without the bless and the +3, so.
Yeah, that's the end of your turn. So
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Amelia.
All right. She'll get up and step forward and hold a second level guiding bolt
All right.
until she sees it.
Yeah, this thing reappears out of the water right next to the ship. Everybody holding their things can do their things. I'm going to be rolling things as well.
Things and stuff.
So let's see. There's 2 ballistas and 1 cannon trying to hit it right. First ballista miss. Second ballista miss. Cannon misses as well. Guiding bolt misses. Ray of sickness misses.
Yeah, I figured.
So as this thing comes up, you don't see the fire. Let's see. Do you see the fire come up again? Yeah. So As it comes up, you can see the fire start to billow up inside of it once again. Actually, it's not going to do that this turn. So as it comes up, you can hear a hissing sound within inside of its head, and then suddenly expels a ton of wind and gas out at you. I need a strength saving throw from everybody, please, including the ship.
Remember your blesses. Hey.
Oh, I'm getting an error on the thing I added for bless, so I don't know how that's. So
Yeah,
it
just
should
roll a
be.
D4.
Yes. So 15.
15. Igor, you've been rolling good on these strength saves, dude. So 15, 4, and 12.
It would also be 15 with the protection aura.
Yeah, 15. Okay.
Yeah. Technically, mine's a 7 then, but
So you see,
Okay. I think I fixed it.
you see 5 crew members go flying over the edge of the ship as the ship also begins to turn from this wind to its side. The captain is able to hold on to the wheel, but Amelia, Ukrit, and Dyram all go off the side of the ship.
Okay.
And you are standing on the water on this side of the
Oh.
ship. Igor, you're able to hold on. And this thing returns to the water. The crew members will hold their turn. They've only lost 4 so far, and there was 40 to begin with, so they have 36 crew members left. Igor.
Is there any unarmed ballistas or cannons? on
No,
deck?
all of the ballistic cannons are still armed. They're under the deck, so they have a little easier time holding on and surviving. Actually, hold on. Hold on. I might have to change that. They are under deck, so it would be hard to see. God, how much is it?
Copy that. I just didn't know if there was like one right here above deck or anything.
Yep, no, they're all under deck especially because of the rain and stuff. It would just ruin those
Right.
things.
Not too much I can do besides run up to. I'm gonna run up to here on the edge of the. You know what? I'm gonna jump off this into the water with my squad.
All right.
I'm gonna go over here and hold an action for if this thing pops up in my range. I'm just gonna hit it with my pike and blow it up with a divine smite.
Sounds good. The captain will continue to hold the ship steady. Dyram.
I hate this. I'm just gonna position myself next to Igor and hold my attack for hopefully the dragon popping up.
All right. Ukrit.
Question.
Yes.
With my dark vision, am I seeing him below us at all?
The waves are rather rough, but I'll let you do a perception check to see if you can see him moving under you.
No. Okay. Then I am going to. I'm gonna hold off a witch bolt for if I see it, and then I'm going to. 5. And then what do I need to do to jump onto the ship?
To get onto the ship, you need to do a strength athletic check.
Strength athletic check. Okay. And I never will get on this ship. That's what I figured.
Like the waves are just too rough. You're not able to pull yourself up.
Okay, but I'll ready to witch bolt it.
Okay. 1 second, I'm just making sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're ready to witch bolt. Dyram and Igor are ready to hit. Amelia.
Amelia will boop herself with the gift Karametra first. And then oh boy. Move this way and throw up Spirit Guardians.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Can you throw that in chat for me, please, just so I'm aware of what's going on with it? 15 feet.
What do they look like?
Amelia's are all just tiny little woodland creatures flitting around, including bugs, because she loves them all.
Makes a wisdom save when it gets near you. All right. On the dragon's turn, you guys start to feel the water on your feet begin to get hot and almost boil. I need a Constitution saving throw from everybody, and you all get a +3, except for I don't know. Did you get it?
I don't get it because I'm too far away.
Yep. So just Constitution saving throws for me, please. Unless you're blessed, you have it.
That would be a 17.
17
Nine,
and
Or
Igor got
15.
a 12. 15?
Yeah, 'cause
24 in
plus
total.
the
Yeah.
aura protection.
You don't know if it's because you're walking on the water or not, but it does. Like you're able to move your feet enough that the heat coming off of this thing as it passes underneath you, it doesn't affect you, but it does rise out of the water
And
attacks.
and is it within that
It's-
range from Spirit Guardians?
It's
Yeah,
just
it'll
within
have
the
to do that
range.
as
I
well,
threw
yeah.
up the aura.
All right, so don't roll. I have a 3 for it.
Okay, cool. So it takes the Spirit Guardian damage, and the cannon hit it as well.
Yeah, I'm technically not close enough to hit it, so
Oh yeah,
That's
right.
14 radiant damage, then.
nice.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. I got
They
it.
have 2 attacks.
Yeah. Well, can you do 2 attacks on a held action? Or no?
Yes,
Mm,
yes, because it's your attack action.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. Hey, that second one should hit.
I hate this dice roller. It's not good. How much does the cannon do to it?
Was it rolling 4 every time? Am I just getting lucky, or is?
Yeah.
Oh, it rolled a 3 last time. Okay, never mind. I thought it was bugged.
You have been very lucky on a lot of them, though.
Yeah. Let
As
me
as
hit it with
the
that
ship
divine
behind
smite,
you
too.
erupts with that same noise that came out of the dragon, and a ball hurls into it and hits in the neck.
Fuck, I attacked with the wrong pike.
What's the Spirit Guardian damage? 14?
14 radiant.
There we go.
And then Witch Bolt does not hit.
Yeah, I think so.
Crushor hits the Spear God. Spear of the God thing. For 18.
Plus 6 from the smite.
Plus 6 from the smite, yes. It's 24. As you guys just all assault this thing at once, except for our monk who was not close enough. But
Wrong
it
spot.
fires another cannon off at the ship. Let's see, the ship does not pass once again. Who would have thought? Where'd my dice go? Come here. Come here. Come on. Here.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Oof, 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 oof. How much are we looking at here, boat? What are you doing? Okay, just hold on. Another explosion rocks the ship. Oh, that's not good. And like, there's just 2 enormous holes in this side of the ship, as a lot of the crew gets blown up as well. Nice. All right. Yeah, and it returns to the water.
If it's also important, its speed is halved while it's in Spirit Guardian.
Ah, that is kind of important. But as it is leaving, well, this turn. Yeah, I'll allow it. You can make an opportunity attack.
That's what I was gonna say.
Come on.
Yes!
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, I wanted Divine Smite. I should have said it before. It's okay. Don't do it this time. 22.
22 piercing. So it does stay there, but it is still underwater.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
You're able to stab it and kind of hold it, and you use the strength of the gods help you to hold it in place as it is trying to submerge.
This one's for Rook and his daiquiris.
And you can kind of see the divine light coming out of it, so you guys will be able to try and hit underwater. It does have cover, so it's going to be harder than hell to hit and attempt to. Speaking of, these guys are going to attempt to take their shots at it as it's trying to hide underwater with the ballistas. What do you get over your ballistas? Yep, just misses. If he was above water, they would have hit him. That one misses, and the cannon actually misfires. So like you hear the call to shoot, and nothing happens. So next turn they're gonna have to try and fix that. Igor.
Yes. Oh, it's my turn again.
Yep.
So he's still within striking range though for me.
Yeah, you can still see him. He does have a slight cover though.
Cool. Okay.
So his AC is a little bit higher.
I'm gonna just.
Or 5. It's usually about.
Yep, he's got a +2 because
Gotcha.
he's still lit up pretty good and he's still close enough.
So I'm just gonna stab down twice with the pike or the spear and try
Okay.
a 29 and a 16.
The first one hits.
29. I will smite at level 2.
All right.
All right, let me just hit the damage first. 17 plus the 2 smite for 9.
17 plus 9 is 26 damage.
Yeah,
Oh, math is hard.
I trust you because I can't math either.
Yeah, you stab into this thing as it's trying to hide underwater. Deep bubbles coming up from where you stabbed it at. Anything else for your turn?
No. I see Ukrit struggling to get up there. I am kind of holding this thing at bay. Never mind, I can't do it this turn.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
I'm gonna stay right here so I can keep trying to hold it in place.
Captain attempting to keep the ship going, and Tyron.
Quarterstaff number 1. Natural fucking 20.
Ooh.
That will hit. You do have to move up to him to be able to hit him.
But yeah, that's fine. I got so much movement. I am also going to, on that first one, spend a key. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw. If nothing else, I'm going to blow all my key on this to do a stunning strike. I am doing this two-handed, just like down at the guy.
He does fail, but he will use one of his legendary resist to get past it.
Great. Burn those mofos up, because I'm going to take another quarterstaff attack. And another natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to do another stunning strike.
God, he's rolling bad. He'll use another legendary resistance.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yes. Flurry of blows for another key to hit him once.
That one misses.
Okay. Nice. Well, then
Misses.
that misses as well. Okay. That's all I got. I tried.
It was a good round.
Ugrit. Igor has his damn hands on him again.
So he is there, like
They're dying.
like I could do a melee attack against him.
He is not close enough to you to do a melee attack. Because he's right.
No, I mean, like, is he in the, like, if I walked up there, could I do is what I'm trying to figure out. I just don't know if they're hitting him with reach. or if I went up there, I could.
What's your movement? They're hitting them at
35.
35, which is half to.
Is it half with water walk?
17.5.
With water walk, no, that's right. You have water walk. Yeah, you can walk right.
Yeah.
He's right in front of Dyram.
He's right in front of Dyram, so I could come up here and do
Yep.
that. Okay. So his face, that's metal. Does that look like metal? Or is it just
I'm going to tell you no, because he is an organic creature. It's not metal. It's really strong scales.
Okay, then I wouldn't do that then.
It was a cool idea, though. I think I know what you're going for.
It's just replicated with metal and iron.
If he wasn't just popping underwater all the time, it'd be a little bit nicer, but because I could guarantee hits on him, but I can't do that. So I'm probably just gonna have to burn through spells. Alright, I guess I'll just switch bolt him.
Misses.
Misses, yep. Alright.
If you have spells that take saves, he has burned 2 legendary resistances already.
He's gonna save them. They're all, it's like a DC 13 to like, it's so easy to pass those.
Amelia.
All right. Sure. Let's. Gosh, these are so difficult. Let's go Secret Flame. DC 15 Dex save.
Come on, dude, you got good stats. Pass one. Gee whiz! Last legendary resistance burn.
Hey.
He's rolled a 1, a 2, and a 2 on these saves. He's got huge stats.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, she's gonna make sure her Spirit Guardian stays up.
All right.
Maybe step
Is that the start
up
of
a
his
bit.
turn that happens, or?
Yeah, when he enters the area for this first time, or starts his turn in the area.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he starts his turn there. Does he have to do a save for this, right?
Yeah.
And what kind is it? Sorry.
Apparently it doesn't say it. I believe it's Wisdom.
Yep, wisdom saving throw. He got a 12.
He fails.
Ah.
So 6 radiant damage.
Owie.
His speed is still halved as well.
Yes, but he can't really go anywhere because yours being a butthead again. So he will stay within your range, but come out of the water. And actually, at the end of Amelia's turn, the wind starts to pick up around the ship and it starts to swirl. I need strength saving throws from everybody.
Yes,
Make sure you add 3 if you're within my aura, which would be Amelia and Dyram.
18 then.
23 total.
I think everybody here passed. Yeah, all the PCs pass. Ship has to make a save. Total of ship pass. So the captain is the only one that didn't pass this, but luckily it's not a ton of damage. He only takes 6 from this maelstrom starting to whip up around the ship and trying to push it back and forth. And as he emerges, he needs to roll to see if he gets his cannon back. He does not. So he'll once again use the expel the gases. I need people to make a strength save. It's not going to do much to you guys because you're already off the ship.
Now we got an 11.
You got a what? Sorry, Darren?
It'd be 11 total.
11 total.
The plus 3.
Darren, you are pushed back against the ship. Everybody else is fine. But the ship does begin to rock the other way. So luckily, because it was already coming this way, it's starting to kind of right itself actually with this action. And that is the end of its turn. These guys, you have enough left to do this. I need how many? I need 12 of you. Don't think there's enough. No. So just they're gonna abandon the cannon at this point because they can't fire anymore. So just the 2 ballistas are gonna shoot. And I believe they both miss. Yeah, both of the ballistas whirl off into the night, trying to hit this guy, Igor.
Igor will do the swingy swing.
Swingy swing.
21. No, sorry, 22.
21.
And 26.
It's 22, isn't it?
Yeah, 22. Sorry, am I? No.
Yeah, they both hit.
I thought I corrected myself.
You might have. I might have just.
Yeah. I'm just worried that my mic's not being picking up properly. I'm gonna smite on the second one.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's 42 damage without the smite. With the smite, it is another 5.
47 damage.
Nice.
Damn you. Alright. Yeah, you stab into this thing twice, just getting past its dragon scales, but it's holding on, boys. Any bonus actions from Igor?
Don't have a whole lot of bonus action I'm willing to expend. No, that's it.
Alright. The captain, again, holds his action for the ship. The ship is barely holding on at this point. Pieces are falling off into the ocean. It most likely isn't sailable after this point. Direm.
I flip up, run towards this dude, get right up in his grill. And I'm gonna take 2 quarterstaff attacks.
Alright. Miss. Miss.
Come on! Bonus action, flurry of blows. Come on.
Miss. That one hits.
And then I am both going to pump a Hand of Harm and then also a stunning strike on him.
Alright, so total of 14 damage, right?
Yes, 14, of which is necrotic.
Alright, and it has to make a con save, correct?
Yes, DC 14.
It's done.
Yes!
This
Yeah.
is roll 3 2s in a row.
Yes! It is stunned until the start of my next
Plus
turn.
8 to con.
No, until the end of my next turn, it is stunned.
Yeah.
Light him up.
What does
Light them
stun
up.
do? As a reminder.
Attacker rolls against it have advantage. I'll pull up some other stuff. I at least know that much.
They automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, and they can't take actions or reactions.
Yep, and attack rolls have advantage. Pull out the big ones.
Ooh, crit.
I just lay into this.
Damn you, bugs.
Just like the glowing purple-green energy of Freaka just like boop, right into him and then spreading out as I hit on my last
Yeah,
attack.
you can like see where the toxins spread through his veins as it goes out and stuns him.
Okay, then I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so I'm gonna come out here, and then I'm gonna cast Burning Hands on him. I have a feeling he's gonna resist it, but he automatically fails the dex save, so I can at least just actually do damage to him.
Dex save, you said?
He automatically fails. He's stunned.
Automatically fails.
He's
Okay.
stunned.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to like
That's right.
cast it from here, but it's not letting me click for damage. Because it's at a. I'm trying to cast it at a higher level. I don't know why it did it the way it did it. I don't know what I did wrong. I'll just do 2d6 more.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So 17 fire damage.
All right. You shoot you like your hands start to burn and you shoot them out at him. It appears to be working. Right? Yeah, it appears to be working. Anything else?
No, that's it.
I mean, yeah.
Alright. Jeez. Second level guiding bolts.
Alright.
24 to hit.
Oh, yeah, advantage. Yeah, it does hit.
Tock, tick, tock. There it goes. 19 radiant damage.
19 radiant damage as this bolt of light slams into him, lighting him up. For the next attack, they also have advantage, but it doesn't matter. Because you already have advantage on him.
Yeah.
Moved it. Anything else?
No, she's happy where she is.
At the end of Amelia's turn, the winds continue to whip around. I need another strength save from everybody, please.
And I need another wisdom save.
You do. I'll do everybody else's rolls first because this is a regional effect. Now.
So happy that stun got off. Oh my gosh.
Bad.
I got a dirty 20.
Do you see more crew members getting ripped out of the ship? There is one guy hanging out in there. Just one guy holding on to this ballista for dear life. And then the wisdom save from the... He can pass these, right? That's not a fail for this. No,
affected.
15, he takes half damage.
He is gonna fail because I suck at rolling for him, apparently.
Then 24 radiant damage, please.
Oh.
But Amelia only rolled a 13.
Stop hurting me. Alright, there's one crew member and he can't fire the splits on his own, so he takes this turn to first load it. 2 more turns, he'll be able to fire this damn thing. Alright, Igor.
So I have advantage on this first attack, correct?
You have advantage,
on all
Oh,
your
that's true,
attacks.
because it was stunned anyways. Sweet, yeah. Boom, boom.
Both hit?
17 and a 16, they both hit? Oh.
You have advantage.
Right, shit, I literally just said that. I think it's just that,
I was like...
that point in the night. One of these is going to be a level 2. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to check that other feature. You would know off the top of your head. Harness Divine Power. Can I regain any level spell slot? You regain a spell slot that is no higher than half your proficiency bonus. Is it
So you
rounded
can get
down?
a third, I think, because you're 6th level. Right?
Proficiency
Yes.
bonus, though, is only 3.
Oh, proficiency bonus, sorry.
Yeah. Cool. So I could regain a level 2. Is it rounded up or down? Do you know?
Get down.
Okay, so never mind then. I will do a first level Divine Smite on one of those.
Okay.
Smite 1. That's 5 radiant.
43?
Yes.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
not looking great, guys.
Not
He's
looking
not
great. A good sign, but our boat is also not looking great.
Very
Bad
true.
sign.
Captain's trying to hold out.
I will
Direham,
bonus
is it at the
action-
beginning or the end of your... Oh, sorry, you still have something,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. I'm gonna bonus action. Yep, I wanted to make sure it was bonus action. I'm gonna harness Divine Power bonus action for a first level
Get
spell
spell
slot.
back. Cool.
Yeah.
Direham, is the beginning or end of your turn he's no longer stunned?
It is the end of my turn.
Damn it, take your turn.
Ooh. 2 quarterstaff attacks.
They both hit.
Cool, great. So that's 23 damage. I'm then... Yeah, I'm gonna burn my last key to do Flurry of Blows.
Hey, don't bother. How do you kill this thing?
Woohoo!
I just like run up this thing's neck and like punching and clawing, just like straight up into the air, get up on top of its skull, jump, and then like elbow slam into the center of its skull.
You do that. As it begins to fall, it falls in and catches what's left of that ship and starts pulling it down with it. So the captain and the last crew member are treading water at this point, but you've defeated the dragon. And that's where we'll end the session.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. It was fun. It went long. It keeps going long because I keep wanting to slide something at the end, and it's always a combat that takes forever. So I'm sorry about that, but I hope you guys enjoyed that did stick with us or are watching in YouTube now. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow us and do all the social media things if you have not yet. We're on all the social medias at Swindler's Den. Also on Mondays and Sundays here on the Twitch at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Dragon of Icefire Peak on Sunday. I know I'm switching the days around, confusing you kids. Sundays is Dragon of Icefire Peak at that time. Mondays is the Homebrew of Morris. Be sure to join us for those. And again, we got a Patreon right now. So if you guys want to listen to the audio-only format or just want to support the channel, I just do a $1 tip-a-rooney and you get all that. And things are coming in the future. So we're happy to have you around. Yeah. Does anybody else want to say anything?
Tired.
At what cost? At what cost? Go check out Interdimensional Library.
Yeah, check out Interdimensional Library.
Now
They
on
got
YouTube.
now on YouTube, now Spotify. I listen on Spotify. I'm sure it's on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah,
maybe.
we update it on preferably Sunday nights. Sometimes it goes into Monday mornings, but usually Sunday nights. Hour-long podcast episodes. A little nice bite. Eat 'em up, scrum.
And stream this Friday for the Ancients.
Yeah,
great.
yeah. And we do stream. I will say the streams. They're still a hoot to watch, but they are miles ahead of where the podcast is because of just how our recording has gone. But yeah. Otherwise, if you want, just check it out live, or else the website's also bumblescum.com/IDL, or Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, whatever. It's cool.
Anybody else have anything fun to say or plug or?
No.
Nope.
Ready to be done, huh? All right.
Oh, no, dude, I want to keep playing, but hey.
Hey, I've got things planned. Next week's gonna be crazy. You guys are on your way to the islands. I mean, you gotta find a way there now.
Hey, actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
So next week is the last day of March Moot Mayhem.
It is.
However, I'm wondering, are we gonna extend it all the way through April?
Yeah, we're gonna send it all the way through April. We'll be continuing every week in April. We won't be doing the double on the bits and the subs anymore. That's only a March thing. So if you didn't get a chance to do that, sorry. You can still do bits and subs, they just aren't doubled. And I'm still holding on to one act of God. I had a lot of things to get through today, so I throw it in today. We kind of teased it with Igor today to get them through that door. But there's more to come with that. So this is a multi-part act of the God. And Igor's going to get the brunt of it, so stay tuned for that. Yeah.
Surprise!
Surprise! Other than that,
Oh, fun.
we're headed out. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.